Not. Yeah.
All right, we're starting. We're probably streaming now. We're probably live as we speak.
All right. Yeah,
Yeah, this
but
is
yeah, I
excellent
guess
connection.
I don't know, man. It's not really
Live
entirely
as
her
we
fault,
speak.
but I'm
All
just
right.
sick of the bitch, dude. Yeah,
Yeah, this
but
is
yeah, I
excellent
guess.
connection. I would agree. Yeah,
Mm.
I am not a fan of Belle Delphine. I thought she was kind of fucking amusing just because of the absurd level of nonsense that went on all around her and just the silly shit. She was pushing boundaries and it was kind of entertaining.
Right,
But
right.
then she finally just, went full horror and went straight to Amazon, or not Amazon, OnlyFans. And it was
OnlyFans,
just
yeah.
like, all right, well, you're just a porn star. Like, you were kind of funny. Like, you were pushing the boundaries of, like, YouTube and Twitter and Twitch and kind of playing around with it. And that was kind of entertaining. Because it almost seemed like she was making fun of a lot of the e-girls. But if you're just nothing but a whore and you just wanted to make money off of fucking selling
Yeah,
pussy, then you're not that
yeah,
fucking interesting.
and
And it's gross that she tries to look like a little fucking kid and play off of that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I said, anybody who's following Belle Delphine should be on a fucking watch list.
Yeah. her boyfriend. Well, and also a lot of people have noticed that she looks like chubbier now. And so I kind of wonder if maybe the break was because she had a kid or something.
Right.
Maybe she got prego.
Yeah, could be, or she just put on weight. She just got lazy and fucking
Or yeah,
sitting
that's
around
true. Could
all
have
day.
just gotten lazy and just didn't want to do shit. She's like, all right, I'm fucking done for a while. I'm gonna. I was also thinking it'd be funny if she ran out of money because, like, yeah, she made a bunch of money, but like some of these bitches spend, $50,000 a fucking day on just nonsense. You know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They spend the money like they're gonna be able to make that money until they're fucking 50
Yeah. Oh yeah.
instead of you know 5 years tops. you know,
Oh,
well
you know
maybe
what?
10.
Was
I
it
don't know.
I saw a hilarious TikTok that somebody posted on a Discord the other day. It was like this really ridiculously hot Asian chick who's like her whole thing was like, oh, everybody loves me until they find out that I'm 37 or something. And I'm like, wait, that's kind of fucked up. Wait a minute, is this bitch only trying to date like 20-year-old dudes? Because I fucking bet you that's why she's saying that shit. Like for a second, I was like sympathetic, and then I was like, no, 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 wait a minute, because 37-year-old dudes seeing her would not be like, oh wow, you're too old. No, no, no. A 23-year-old in the club is gonna be like, whoa, this bitch is fucking ancient. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Oh yeah, dude. No, it would not be surprising.
yeah, it was one of those ones where I was just like, all right, fuck you, like you stupid cunt. Like it's your own fault. You're dating
Yeah,
people that are like way younger. Like I'm
yeah. She's
42. It's like
trying to
if I'm trying to
fucking
date a 19-year-old and I'm 42, I'd be like, Jesus fucking Christ, of course she's not going to be interested. Obviously, the fact that I'm ass ugly, fat dude is, a sign. I'm just saying, the age difference would be, yeah.
yeah. It sounds like the bitch is just trying to hold on to her fucking youth and
Yeah, yeah,
act
she's
like
trying
I'm
to,
still young. I'm still fucking hip.
yeah,
I'm still
I'm
legit.
relevant. See, I
Yeah, yeah,
embrace the fucking old. I'm an old dude. I can say shit that other people don't get away with anymore.
yeah, yeah.
People will
Just
tolerate stupid shit from me. It's awesome. I know
oh,
exactly
shit.
how offensive it is too. I ain't even gonna pretend. Yeah, I'm just like
Right.
fucking with people.
Yeah,
And then when you make
fucking
dad jokes,
cancel
they're
me,
just
whatever the fuck that means.
yeah, they're just that much funnier when you make like dad jokes and stuff too, because people are like, oh, he's older, so it hits a lot harder.
Yeah. Yeah, no
Oh
longer
man,
giving a fuck is it's pretty fucking awesome, dude. It's very liberating.
yep. Like there was a weird sort of getting to know you board game thing they did last night for karaoke, and it was like roll dice, go on a board, and just answer whatever question is there. And the one they were asking, like, what could you talk about forever? And I'm like, politics for sure. There's all this crazy shit going on in politics right now. It's so nutty and interesting and fucked up. And everybody's like, whoa, 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 we can't talk about politics. And everybody's just kind of, well, all joking around. Nobody's like really serious there.
Yeah.
But it was kind of funny because they were like, ooh, you gotta be careful with that. Like,
And, dude, well, the question wasn't saying, okay, now talk about it. They were just asking what you could talk
yeah,
about,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. And I've talked with politics with a lot of people there before, and most of the people there are pretty chill. There's a few fucking retards, like real life. You know, if you're hanging out with a group of people, there's always going to be like one or two retards, and then a bunch of just normal people that maybe you agree with,
yeah,
maybe you
yeah.
don't, but everybody's like a civil human being, and they can like agree and not agree on
Mhm.
stuff and not start a giant fucking fight. Because that really only happens on the internet, you know, like where people do that. Well, and in Portland and
Yeah,
fucking Seattle, but you know, like in normal
yeah. The rest of the
rational
planet.
places, yeah, you don't end up in a big fight every time you mention politics. People just talk about it and like they either agree or don't, and then they move on
Mhm.
with their fucking day.
Yeah, yeah. It turns out a vast majority of people can just agree to disagree, or even just have a civil discussion about it.
Yeah.
But
Well,
yeah,
I think that's why they want to keep people at home. You know, like I'm calling it now. Like there's going to be a sudden COVID related thing that they're going to try to keep us all home for like November, like October and November.
Mhm.
I'm
Oh
betting
yeah, yeah. Well, I think it would almost have to happen before then, like,
maybe like September.
'cause yeah, maybe even earlier than that, just so they're able to be like, all right, we got to do all mail-in ballots again. You
Yeah,
know what
that's
I
what I'm
mean?
thinking. They're going to try to push
Because if you
again.
spring that, yeah, you're like,
Um,
yeah, because even September and October might be a little late for that.
well, and now that Elon
September
Musk
makes
bought
sense.
Twitter, Elon Musk bought Twitter. That's 90% of their fucking game plan. Like
Mm,
they're freaking
yeah,
out. All these people are doing all this crazy shit and going berserk. He hadn't even done anything yet. Like there's no actual
yeah.
changes in any way, shape, or form on that platform right now.
Although apparently a lot of people that had been banned for quite a long time, like, reapplied to get unbanned, and a lot of them are getting unbanned.
That might be one thing he's done. But as far as like other major changes, like at least nothing
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
announced nothing. And I think
Mhm.
for once Steven Crowder's not like stupid when he says like, "Hey, look, it's cool that Elon Musk is taking over Twitter, but hey, guys, he's not some sort of noble princely hero, guys. He's just a dude
Yeah,
trying to make money. So
yeah,
don't expect that much. Like, don't think you're gonna get
yeah,
like."
yeah, yeah. The reason that he wants everybody back on is because they can make more in advertising. It's not really that he's a free speech
Well,
absolutist or
he
something.
sees a
You know
company
what I
that
mean?
he paid 40 billion that he can make a few tweaks and make worth 80 billion. You know what I mean? And it's
Yeah,
just simply
yeah,
letting people back on the platform that were banned for no reason, and telling people that don't like hearing certain points of view, like, well, there's a mute button and a block button, use them, grow up, you know.
yeah, yeah,
But Biden has launched a ministry of misinformation. Like there's a whole fucking council of misinformation now in the fucking White House that's designed specifically to try to force social media to do what they want.
yeah,
It's not at all
yeah.
disturbing
Fuck
and
him, dude.
creepy. Yeah, so
Yeah,
hopefully that shit fails. I'd like to see Twitter actually be free speech. And I don't even
yeah.
like. It
What
doesn't
was
even
the
have to be
word?
like. Yeah, I don't want them to ban anybody. I don't want them to ban people I don't agree with. I just want to fucking. I want shit to be. Everybody gets to say whatever the fuck they want. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's all I
yeah,
want to
for
see.
sure. I forget what word it was that he stumbled on. I was watching one of my shows I normally watch. I think it was Revenge of the Sith, but they were playing a video of his where he basically he was talking about the Russians, the fucking oligarchs and shit that made all this money and or whatever by kind of ripping shit off, I guess, which is fucking really rich coming from a fucking corporate Democrat. But
Uh,
anyways, there was a word that he just completely fucking fucked up, and like it almost looked like what you would see when a fucking record skip. Like you fucking, I think he was trying to say kleptocracy or something, and he completely could not do it. and then he was like, and then like he nails it, and then he like fucking laughs, like,
does not
yeah,
compute. Like the fucking robot breaking and
yeah,
shit.
yeah, like he finally said it right after like 5 or 6 seconds, and then he like said some stupid shit and like chuckled, like,
Yeah.
yeah, I
Then he
fucking
shit in his
nailed it.
pants and he fucking wandered off stage
Yeah,
and pissed in some little girl's mouth. Because he's fucking Joe Biden and that's
yeah,
how he fucking does shit, you know?
yeah, would not be surprising at all. They just
Yeah,
have a little girl waiting off stage.
yeah, it's so fucking gross. He just needs to stop by and chow down on a couple of fetuses they got sitting in a cooler by the backstage to keep him young. You
Yeah,
know.
they got the spirit cooking all going already, just waiting for him.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's I feel like it's so disturbing how fucking delusional and out of fucking reality that man is. And I'm not talking about his political stance. I just mean like he literally seems like he is fucking gone. Like his
Oh
brain
yeah,
has just failed, does not work, will not
oh yeah.
do
No, in
anything.
his head, everything's going fucking great, dude.
Oh, I'm
You know what I
sure. Yeah,
mean?
I'm sure he sees it all as perfect. Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. Yeah, he's almost certainly going to go down as one of the worst fucking presidents ever.
I mean, how can he
But
not? It's such a fucking such so many terrible things he's done this term.
yeah, well, they're trying to claim that it's a fucking awesome thing that like the employment numbers are back up, and they're like, yeah, it's because you fucking locked everything down, and it was fucking unemployment was at like over 15 fucking %. So yeah,
We're
and
still
it
in
should
one
have
of the
gone back.
lowest employment periods we've ever been in history. Like
Yeah,
we're nowhere near
they
a
could,
good level of unemployment.
yeah, yeah, and that's the thing. And they're like, well, it went up 1.4% or whatever. I'm like, yeah, it should be all the way back, dude, or at least halfway back. Fucking, ugh. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
no,
pretty
that's really
fucking
weird.
ridiculous,
Yeah,
man.
because we're nowhere near good numbers
Yeah,
at
it
all.
reminds me of um well, yeah, Bill Clinton back in the day. I don't know if you remember this, but basically he was like, one of my most proudest achievements was bringing Arkansas from 50th in reading to 49th. And I'm like, that's
Like,
still fucking horrible.
that's still really
And he
fucking
probably had
low.
nothing to do with it. Yeah, and he probably had absolutely nothing to do with it. It probably just happened to be that some accidentally smart kids popped in there somewhere that knocked him from 50th to 49th. You know what I mean? Like, he probably had no fucking, policy changes or anything that
Yeah, yeah.
made that happen.
It just happened to be because sooner or later you're gonna get some smart kids born there.
Mm, yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sure
even
those
in
states
Arkansas.
between like 45 and 50 kind of shift back and forth pretty regularly.
Exactly, exactly. But yeah, straight face, dude. Claim that one of his the proudest achievements. Like if you brought it from 50th to like, um, I don't know. I feel like you'd have to get it to at least like 30th to be proud of it.
I think if you got it from 50th to 40th, you should be pretty like, yeah, that's pretty cool. We
Yeah,
moved it up
actually, yeah,
10
that's a pretty
notches
decent job.
because
Yeah, you're
you
right.
were absolutely the
If you're
last.
dead last, yeah, if you're
Yeah.
dead last, you get it up, to 40. That actually is
If you
pretty
were like
pretty.
45th and you got it to 40th, I'd be like, yeah, whatever. Then I would want to
Right,
see you
right.
get to like 30. You know what I mean? Before I heard shit. But if you're 50, that's so far away from everybody else. It's like, oh, you're
Yeah.
really fucking down there.
Oh fuck. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they just made up the numbers too to make it. You know what I mean? Like they would still be 50th, but they fudged the numbers or something.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
They
actually, yeah,
fudge
that
all the
probably would
fucking
make sense
numbers.
for he would. He probably would be pretty proud of that.
Oh yeah, fudging the numbers, you
You
know.
know?
Well, he
Yeah.
really meant the 50th 13-year-old he raped. You know, like that was
Jesus, dude. I'm really proud of those 21 trips I took to, or 20, whatever it was. It was over 20
yeah, those
trips
20
to
some odd trips
Kings
I took
Island.
to fucking Rape and Murder Island. It was awesome. I like to fuck
Yeah.
them and then slit their throats and throw them in the fucking bay because I'm Bill Clinton and that's what I fucking
You
do.
think? Do
I
you
think they
think
killed a
Bill
lot of those
Clinton is
kids.
aware of that? Oh yeah, dude. If they're, especially if they're like fucking runaways and shit. Fucking
Yeah.
hey, dude.
God damn.
Yeah, because that is kind of who they preyed on, right? For the most
Yeah.
part, we're like fucking
Also, just
runaways and shit.
so what they had was they would do is they'd get like girls who are all kind of fucked up already, bad
Yeah,
family
yeah.
life, or they had drug habits or some other thing that would push them to want like money and escaping from the family kind of thing, or maybe they got like
Yeah,
abusive
yeah.
families and shit. But then they would get these girls to like do the stuff, but also bring in their friends and like recruit more. So
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that's what made that one chick so fucking abhorrent was that she was essentially like there as like to try to like guide young women into like being more whores. Like she
Yeah,
was
just
part of the recruitment
Ghislaine.
process of trying to convince these girls that that was normal and acceptable for a 14-year-old
Yeah,
to be blowing a 60-year-old senator for $50. You
yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah. You're talking about Ghislaine Maxwell, I
Yeah,
assume.
yeah, Ghislaine Maxwell. I
Fucking
couldn't remember her fucking name.
essentially, yeah. I don't even want to refer to her as a madam. She was essentially a fucking pimp.
Yeah, yeah. She was like the highest of the fucking the girls that they had to recruit other girls with. Essentially, she was like the fucking pinnacle of that part of the scheme.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like
Whatever happened? I don't even know what happened with her trial. Was it over? Or did she fucking?
I imagine they buried the fucking shit and were like, look,
Yeah,
you keep your mouth shut and maybe you'll fucking survive. Just take your fucking
yeah.
lifetime and
You might not. You might not get suicided in your fucking jail cell.
what is it, Giz? All right, Ghislaine
Yeah,
Maxwell.
I know how to spell it. Ghislane.
Results. Oh,
I
Google
believe.
spelled it for me.
Is that right?
December
Ghislane.
29th, 2021, she was found guilty on 5 of 6 counts. She was found not guilty on count 2, enticing a minor to travel to engage in illegal sex acts. Well, she's 60 years old. Jesus. They started working on an appeal. She's found guilty. She's looking at about 65 years in prison, so obviously she'd never get back out of prison.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah. I was gonna say, even if there's a possibility of parole, I assume that would be sometime after she'd be fucking dead anyway.
let's see. This is the reason why they can't. They're supposedly not going after people. Let's see. Why federal prosecutors do not go after more perpetrators in the Jeffrey Epstein sex trafficking case? Because they're rich and famous and they paid them off. But according to
Yeah, yeah,
CNN, let's see. The whole thing ran from like 94 to 2004 for a decade in Florida, New York, New Mexico, and the U.S. Virgin Islands. She believes the prosecution did not go after additional perpetrators in the case because they're in federal court, not in state court. So you can't charge people with sexual abuse. The statute of limitations for that is long gone anyway. Am I wrong? And I don't think there should be a statute of limitations for sexually abusing a child.
yeah,
I think
yeah,
murder and sexual abuse and rape
yeah,
should
for
have
sure.
zero statute of limitations. I can understand if it was like
Yeah, like
statutory rape.
financial crimes or
Well,
yeah,
I was gonna say
yeah,
like statutory rape or like an assault or something like that. That's not like a murder. I can understand saying after like 20 years we're just not going to continue going after it,
yeah,
or
yeah,
even
yeah. I agree, dude. I don't know why there is a fucking limit on it. That's fucking ridiculous.
I think on most crimes there really shouldn't be a statute of limitations because if somebody stole $50,000 from you 20 years ago, they shouldn't just get away with it because they waited long enough. Like if it took you
Yeah,
50 years to find them, you should still be able to get your 50,000 back, and they should still go to prison for like 10 years. I don't give a fuck how much time has passed. It's not like they unfucking stole it over that 50 years. But essentially, it's because
Yeah, it
it's
is.
federal and not state, and the state has to go after them. But nobody's basically they all got paid off, and they're just not going to fucking bother.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The guy that gave him the sweetheart deal in, I think it was a guy in Florida. Yeah, he ended up getting, pretty high up in the political shit, dude. I
Yeah,
forget the dude's name, but the guy that prosecuted it and gave him the Epstein that sweet fucking deal,
yeah.
where he basically, like, yeah,
Well, he
he
probably knew
technically
that
was
Epstein
found
wasn't getting
guilty.
out of jail. He was like, Epstein could be dead in a
Yeah.
month, so I give him whatever
No,
deal he
no.
wants.
This was many years ago when he actually was found guilty of something and had to serve in prison.
Oh, okay.
Although, although when he was in prison, it was basically he only had to be there like at night,
Oh, that's
and
right.
even
Yeah,
when he
yeah, yeah.
was,
He would
like, he
show up
had like
every night
a
to
whole
sleep in
wing.
prison, like that was some sort of
Yeah,
real
but like
punishment.
even in the prison, dude, he had it like set up with any of the shit that he wanted. Like he had plenty of fucking room to roam around. He had nice fucking furniture, nice fucking TVs and shit.
Yeah,
So
so it
it
wasn't
wasn't
even
even
really
like,
like going to prison anyway.
yeah, exactly.
Well, that's how a lot of these rich people get punished. They don't really get punished. That's the problem.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like
Ultimately,
I
that
don't
might
mind it so
actually.
much.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say I don't. It probably, yeah, it shouldn't happen anyway. But I don't mind it so much if it's somebody that's serving something for, like, I don't know, financial federal shit. But for the shit he did, that should not have been a fucking option.
See, here's where I disagree because I was going to say, I wonder if that's a big part of what started all of this issues, like at the very beginning that we're dealing with now, is that all these people who are so high up in the, like financial and all this other stuff, is because they know they're going to get away with it. Like they've been doing it for so long, and they know there's nothing that they have to fear because they're never going to go to prison, and even if they do, it's not even real prison. Like they just go check in at night and like hang
Yeah,
out, watch some TV, and go to sleep there.
yeah. Or like federal prisons will have like fucking Olympic-sized swimming pools and fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like it's
and they're
like a,
basically like a resort for rich people to go to when they're being punished and they can't do as many drugs.
yeah, yeah, exactly, dude,
Like they're still going to be
exactly.
smoking weed and dropping some E and getting whores, but they're not going to get the really good drugs. And those whores are going to be like eights and nines, not tens.
Yeah, they're gonna be really slumming.
Yeah, they're gonna be slumming it with the like majorly attractive and not ridiculously attractive hookers.
Yeah,
Oh, I saw a
yeah,
video of the guy that Tyson punched out. I'm entirely on Tyson's side.
yeah. That
On the
guy's a
plane?
fucking scumbag, dude.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
just sitting
apparently he
right
was just
behind him, just
fucking with
fucking
him.
harassing him the whole fucking time. I posted like a video of it from Reddit. Yeah,
Yeah,
he just sat there and just fucking harassed him until he got punched a bunch of times. Like everybody on the
yeah,
plane, you could tell everybody on the plane was just kind of like, "Shut the fuck up, dude! Shut the fuck up! You're irritating all of us now." Yeah,
yeah. I would imagine if that actually goes to trial, that there is going to be dozens, if not hundreds, of witnesses that are going to be like, yeah, no, that's exactly what should have
he
happened.
antagonized him to the point where
That guy
nobody could blame him for
deliberately,
this. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. They're literally like, I wanted to do that too. I wanted to fucking punch that fucking idiot in the head.
oh yeah, I was watching that. I'm like, I'd have done it.
Yep,
Like if some
yep.
dude was doing that to me, and I was sitting there just on my plane, going do whatever business I gotta go do, or I'm going to go visit family or something. I'm just chilling out. It'd be one thing if he was like, "Hey, man, can I get an autograph or like a picture or something like that?" I'd be like, "All right, that's a little fucking all right, whatever. I'll do it because we're on a plane and I can't like get away, and that's part of my job because
Yeah,
I'm Mike Tyson and people are big fans and all that. So I'd be polite and do the picture and the autograph and just do the whole fan thing. But dude sitting behind him, just sitting there like just won't fucking stop. Like, all right, like we gotta deal with this motherfucker.
yeah, yeah,
God
yeah.
damn.
Fuck that dude. I know. I saw one picture where he looks like the goofiest motherfucker on the planet, dude. Like his lips are kind of stuck out weird, and he just looked like a fucking mental patient. The guy that was
Oh,
fucking with
the
him.
guy that was fucking with him.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, he did he after he got punched a bunch of times because Tyson hit him like one or two really good ones and then just kept punching, but not as hard.
yeah,
Because he
yeah,
was pissed and he's just gonna keep punching because what happens. He
yeah.
started acting up and pouting and acting like he was all like, oh, he beat me up, like making fun of him
For
again. Like he
me.
just did not fucking learn his
Yeah,
lesson.
yeah,
Mugging for the camera, trying to get more attention. And
yeah. Because there's another
honestly, at
guy
that point,
filming.
I'm
He's just like,
like,
"Hey, yeah, turn your head to the side," and he like turns his head so he can see where he's like bleeding out of the side of his head.
eh. What I wonder is why did it get that far? Why did the
Yeah, why didn't
airplane
the
staff not intervene way prior to this and move that dude to the other side of the fucking plane? Because like after about 30 seconds of that, they really should have like been like, "Sir, you're going to need to stop, or you're going to need to go way the fuck back to coach and sit back there."
yeah,
Because we're
yeah,
not going to be having this the whole plane. Like you can't harass other passengers on our plane. That's completely out of our against all of our fucking rules. Because I mean, realistically, you don't want one passenger just bothering the rest of the passengers all fucking flight. That's ridiculous. And I don't know.
yeah,
Hopefully
yeah,
Tyson doesn't lose any money or get in any kind of real trouble from this because I don't think that'd be fair. I think he did exactly what a
yeah,
normal person would do. It was also very satisfying to watch him punching the guy like just over the fucking back of the chair,
yeah.
cranking that fucking fist back and forth.
Yeah, I haven't actually seen him attack him. I only saw the after, filming the dude after. But yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that. Let's see if this one shows it.
It
Yeah, this kind
only
of shows what
showed
I
it
was
for a
talking about.
set. Yeah, I only got like a few seconds of it, but it was enough to be very like satisfying. Oh, also, I found a YouTube channel. This guy I know from VR Chat was turning me on to it, showing me some of the stuff on police activity. Is the name of the channel,
Yeah, okay.
and it's just body cam footage from various different like interesting interactions that the police have. So it can include people getting killed. It can include just funny shit, cute shit with kids, people getting tased on there a lot. And it doesn't really give you anything other than just the footage.
Nice.
Yeah, so there's no commentary. It's not telling you whether it was right or wrong or good or bad. But you can see like the fucking the reality of how much time the police have between the defendant or the person that they're dealing with pulling a weapon of some sort out and then them needing to respond with like force as before they could get killed themselves. Like that it really is like half of a second or a second that they have to make that decision on how to respond to this guy just pulled a knife and started shooting, like, or pulled a knife and started shooting, pulled a gun and started shooting at you. You don't have 20 seconds to sit
Yeah,
and debate the fucking morality. You either die or you shoot
yeah.
first.
Yeah, no, that's what always irritated me about that shit is people act like the fucking cops can hit a fucking pause button and fucking search a guide online to figure out what to do
Yeah,
and then
it's
unpause
absurd.
it. Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous, dude.
I,
Although
I don't know if
I
there's
did
a
see there
guide.
was one guy. Yeah, I was say there's one guy that basically he had been critical of the cops, and they like invited him to go through like scenario kind of training with them. And yeah, he did a complete 180. He's like, yeah, okay, yeah, I see. You know, it's incredibly difficult to make these decisions in the moment like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Samaj. What's up?
I was just gonna say I don't think there's a guide for disarming a knife wielding maniac.
Yeah, no, you're just supposed to shoot that guy because he's fucking deadly. He's a maniac holding a
Yeah,
knife. Like, you don't really have a choice.
yeah. Yeah, and that's what they say. Like, if the suspect or whatever is within 20 feet of you, and you don't have your weapon drawn already, they can get you before you get your weapon drawn to fire.
Yeah. Oh, and even
Like,
if
that's how far away they can
if
be.
they're insane enough or if they're on the right kind of drugs, you could put 6 bullets in them and they might still get to you and stab you and kill you.
Yeah,
Like they'll die
yeah. If they're not
afterwards.
feeling anything.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you could put bullets through their fucking brain, through their heart, all of it, and still end up not fucking having much
yeah,
choice before
yeah.
they get to you and stab you. Like there's a lot of that. There was one of the, he didn't show me the video, but the kid that was telling me about the police activity channel. He was saying one of the ones, it was a guy coming up from the basement with a knife, and the cop unloaded his clip into the guy on a set of stairs into the basement. So very narrow. There's no way he missed with any of those rounds. The guy still stabbed him.
Right.
Like that
It
other
still
cop comes
fucking
in
got
and
to
there's
him.
like
Yeah.
both of them, like one of them laying, the cop's on the ground with the other guy on top of him. You know, because he finally died after he stabbed the cop.
Yeah, that's just nuts, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, if
it's
they're all
not an
wound
easy
up on
job.
fucking coke or meth or fucking even heroin, although they're generally not going to be moving very quickly. But yeah, any of that shit where you're feeling no fucking pain.
Yeah, for
You're so
sure.
fucking high, you can't feel a goddamn thing. Yeah, that's terrifying, dude. You get multiple bullets in somebody and it didn't even fucking slow them down. That has got to be fucking terrifying, dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's because like, what else are you gonna do? Like you're being like threatened, and now you're unloading your gun, and it's just not doing anything. Still, that's got to be
Yeah,
such
it's
a
got. You remember
helpless
the
feeling.
Rodney King beating?
Yes.
Have you ever seen like the entire tape?
No.
Okay, they definitely beat him excessively, right? Like I'm not disputing that. Um, but they tased him twice, and it didn't fucking phase him at all. Dude.
Oh yeah. That's one of the things when I see the tasing videos on police activity. There's a lot of people who just fucking does not do anything to. Like they just tase
Yeah,
him,
like I
and they'll
said,
just be like rah and come at him even more, and you're
yeah.
like, holy shit.
So yeah, like I get why they might have been a little amped up, dude. But again, they definitely went way overboard. Like I'm not disputing that. I just want to make that
Yeah.
clear.
Well, that's
But I
why
think,
the kid that I saw who was he got a ride from 2 people who one of them was carrying a gun and they were like felons and the cops were trying to pull him over and so they ran and this poor kid was just getting a
man,
ride from like San Francisco to here to like hang out and
wow,
he didn't know what to do like because the cops are almost there and he's just sitting there behind the car because it's stopped there and he's like I don't know what the fuck to do. I'm like look dude, just be calm, keep your hands where they can see them. Follow all their instructions to the letter as they give them to you, and don't argue with anything until you're in questioning. And just tell them what your story is, and stick to that, and don't go into any other shit. None of the rest of this shit's anything to do with you. All you know is you were getting a ride, and you had no idea that this was an issue. You would never have expected that they would have had a gun, and you're not responsible for any of this shit. And my dad was looking through the paper the next couple of days. The kid was like questioned for like a good 5 or 6 hours, and then they had to let him go because he didn't, he hadn't committed any crime.
yeah. You just got the ride from the wrong guy.
Well, and
Basically, is
whereas
all
if he
you know.
decided that maybe he should run anyway, like maybe that was a good plan, he probably would have ended up going to jail. Like he definitely
Yeah,
benefited from like just stay there, deal with the cops now, don't argue with them. They're gonna get rough because they're all fucking crazy and on adrenaline and shit.
yeah.
Man. See, the problem is, like, I would have said, like, hey, just get in our fucking garage and hide in there, dude. But, like, I don't know for sure that this dude's being honest. I mean, I didn't think he was lying. But also, the cops, if they don't find anybody, they're going to be there all fucking day trying to get into houses and trying to search everywhere. And it's like, nah.
Yeah, dude. I don't know if you saw this, but I was watching. There was a video of this kid. I guess like him and a couple of his friends did some shit and fucking took off running from the cops. And he jumped into like a trash like a trash bin or whatever outside of somebody's house, like one of the bigger ones that you can actually fit in if there's not too much trash.
Yeah.
Okay, he was in there for a half an hour. Basically, just stayed in there for fucking half an hour, and it turned out that thing was full of nothing but dirty diapers.
Oh no.
Yeah, because there's film of it. Because people had, I don't know if it's Ring or whatever the fuck, but they had a camera, that filmed the whole fucking thing. And so he gets out after a half an hour, and he still got caught. I was like, that's fucked up.
Oh, he even got caught too.
Like,
That's the sad part.
yeah, because again, the lid would have been closed. Otherwise, how's he gonna fucking hide? So it's literally the lid closed, and nothing but dirty fucking diaper fucking stench.
Oh,
I'm amazed he made it a fucking half an hour, dude.
Yeah, diapers are no joke, man. I wouldn't want to be in a fucking dumpster full of diapers for 30 seconds, much less 30 minutes.
Yeah, I assume it was about half full because obviously he could still fit in it. But yeah, that's enough. That's plenty.
That's fucking savage.
Yeah, and he still got caught. That's the worst part, dude. And he accomplished nothing with it, dude.
What do you say, Samaj? You want to hide in the diaper dumpster?
This conversation is making me sick.
I'm done. Sick.
I'm done with this topic.
Just
oh my
thinking
god!
about it, just imagining that. Yeah. Oh, hey, Stabby, did you actually get like suspended from Twitter, or did you just stop using it?
Oh, I got full on banned.
Yeah,
I got a permanent ban.
Are you planning to appeal it now or not?
I don't know. I don't even know what my fucking Twitter account information was. Much less like how I would be able to do that. Let's see.
Yeah, well, I think like you should have gotten some kind of email or something that telling you're banned, and then it has a thing that you can appeal from it. I don't know if that actually is the way it works. I fucking forget. Because I'm wondering, like, should I go back on Twitter now? Like, I kind of kind of want to still take a wait and see kind of attitude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because Twitter, wasn't all that,
honestly, I don't really give a fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there's some people like the dude Mersh from Revenge of the Sith. Like, he's like, dude, that account that I had, my original account, he's I don't really care about that as far as like, tweeting and all that shit, but I have a shitload of DMs in there, messages, and some from people that are no longer alive that have died since then. You know what I mean?
Oh.
So like if it's something like that, like I can see why you'd want to get it back.
Oh, I think they might have completely. I don't even have the option to like my email doesn't even go to an actual account anymore.
Oh wow! Did they actually email you about you getting banned or no? Do you remember?
Yeah, no, I got an email about it. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, or did you look at that email, or did you find that email?
Dude, this is like fucking a couple years ago. I have no fucking idea.
Yeah,
I would have no way of knowing anymore. It's gone now. Yeah, I don't know what you're expecting. Like 2 years ago, I got banned from Twitter. I kept every last fucking paper.
All right. Yeah, I assume you have no real need to get that one back anyway. Yeah.
It was McStabby pants, but I don't know. Like that might even still be something I could. I'm curious now. Oh, you have to use your phone number? Fuck that. I have no interest in Twitter. They don't need my phone number, and I'm not interested in giving it to them.
Oh, do they? Fuck that.
They require your phone number to sign up now. I'm just not interested in doing it.
You could just download
it. Yeah, I didn't realize that. Fuck that.
What you could always do is just, get like a burner number. Like there's a burner apps you can download. Use those.
If I ever go back on Twitter to even bother with it, it's gonna be it's gonna be for like professional purposes, just to like disseminate information. I'm never gonna go back on for the social aspect of Twitter. Because I didn't like the way that it worked there. It might change under Elon Musk, and it might actually be kind of fun. I like being able to get information and news from like the sources that actually give you real information and real news. But like I can find that other places in Twitter, and I don't have to give them personal information like my phone number. Like, I already get enough
Yeah.
bullshit calls. I just started getting texts from some fucking con where I guess they tell you won like $100,000 because some guy won a lottery and he's giving out free
Yeah.
money and COVID relief or some bullshit. It's all
Yeah.
buzzwords. It's actually kind of funny. Let me read this text.
Mm. Yeah, no, I get a bunch that say, "Hey, your package is waiting. Click on this link to get your package that's waiting." Or it's just yeah, I get a lot of fucking bullshit emails, dude.
Here it is.
Text. Sorry, not emails. I mean text on my fucking phone. I'm like,
this is the new
gave
one
you
I
my
got.
number?
This is the new
Like,
one
I
I
don't
got.
know the last time. Oh, go ahead.
It's just, hello. Hope you are staying safe. We are Wolverine FLL Club. 1.050 billion winner of the Mega Millions Jackpot Powerball. We are donating $100,000 each to 200 random individuals. We congratulate you because your cell number was randomly picked after a spin ball. We have decided to help due to COVID-19 pandemic. We are sending $100,000 to you as one of the selected 200 individuals. To verify/claim your winning, because you would normally verify your winning, kindly send your full name to the agent in charge at 602-834-8529 or 8529, John Adam. Because, John Adam isn't at all a suspicious name for the agent in charge. We just sign right the fuck up.
Yeah, it's so fucking ridiculous, dude.
If you were,
I think because for the longest time I was like blocking the numbers that they're coming from. But that's pointless because they're burner numbers like fucking Smog.
Yeah, they change inside of a week.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But it would be shit like that. Like, hey, your package is waiting. Click on this link for, whatever. Or I'm trying to think of what some of the other ones are. But yeah, they're all like the one you just said. Mega Millions and Powerball are two different fucking lottos, dude. You know what I mean?
Oh, I didn't even think of that. I just was like,
Yeah.
it all sounded so nonsense and form thing that I was just like,
yeah, it's obviously not anybody that's from that English is their first language.
Yeah, this was very clear from the very beginning.
Yeah, but yeah, there's Mega Millions and there's fucking Powerball. Two different fucking lotteries.
I don't play enough lottery to know. Oh, what were you saying, Smug?
I buy tickets like once every month or two. I'll buy a ticket.
I was just saying that if you were to try and do like a modern day scam, you probably do something that people are aware of. Like, have you ever heard of Mr. Beast?
He's like a.
I have.
No, not really.
He's a YouTuber. I can't remember what he does, like reactionaries or something. But apparently, what he does is he works with different advertisers, as far as I can tell, and he'll go to random people's like streams and donate them like thousands of dollars.
Oh, that's a nice thing to do.
That's what I thought too. It's because it sounds nice and all that. Like if you did something like that, say, "Oh yeah, Mr. Beast, here, I'd like to DM you some cash. Can I slide into your DMs or something? Something like that." Then link put in a link and then take their accounts or something. Like that would be a lot more effective than whatever it is the bullshit from them.
Yeah, because
if you were to pretend to be Mr. Beast, that would definitely be more effective.
Yeah, because most of his videos now, I don't know what he did originally, but almost all of them now are him giving away shit for either free or really fucking cheap. Like giving somebody a house for $100 or a fucking really nice car for $100, like that kind of shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're right. That would definitely be. You would think they'd fucking think of that shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I think what they're thinking of is because the stuff you're talking about is like really old school. I think we're thinking it might work on like elderly people.
Yeah, that's what I imagine this would work on if it worked on anybody.
Yeah,
like some old lady that's just kind of lonely and wants somebody to talk to, kind of bullshit like that.
Yeah. They're the ones where they'll fucking call up a business and tell them that like they're the IT department or something and that they need their fucking password and shit.
Oh yeah, some dumb motherfucker hands over their password and they're like,
"Oh yeah, no, I got that. I got that call once when I was working with Allstate.
Yeah.
And then because I knew how it went, so like as soon as they said whatever their fucking spiel is, I was like playing along, like I was excited to help them.
You're like, oh wow, all right, what do you need?
You need my username and password? What do I need to do? Do you need my username and password? and then like telling them that I'm doing what they're asking without doing it at all, and then
And
telling them
seeing
that I
how
did
long it takes them to like get all pissed off.
Yeah, there are actually some really entertaining videos of YouTubers fucking with those people. It is really pretty fucking funny, dude.
Yeah, oh, there's a bunch of
They'll keep them
fucking
on, dude.
there's a
They'll
bunch
keep them
of
on
Twitch
for a
channels
long,
and YouTube channels where that's all they do. Like that's their whole bit.
yeah, yeah, and they're always fucking. As far as I'm concerned, the ones I've watched are always pretty fucking funny. Because again, that's a half hour or however long that they're not scamming someone else. You know what I mean?
It's one of the few word crime buster type things that I actually agree with on YouTube. You know what I mean? Like they're not actually doing anything to solve crimes, but it's one of those like we're being the good guys because they actually are doing something good. They're distracting those assholes for a little while. You know, they're wasting their fucking time.
Yeah.
It's better than the like we're doing pranks by giving like a homeless guy $10,000 worth of pizza because that's what he fucking needs. You know, like
right.
he's living out on the street, so he gets to eat pizza for like a couple of days and then throw away $9,990 worth of pizza. You know.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Or even the fucking ones that
go after child predators.
Yes, dude.
Those ones are such bullshit. It's like you're not doing anything. None of those people are going to go to jail because of what you did. And now they're going to be way more cagey and they're much, much harder for the police to catch because now they're looking for the fucking con.
Yeah, unless they're actually working with the police or something, you know what I mean? Like, there's no fucking point to it. Because, you're embarrassing him. Obviously, it worked out badly for, like, EDP. Because they fucking, kind of totally fucked him over, which is great. But yeah, any of the other people are just random fucking people that are going to just, be temporarily embarrassed and then move on with their fucking predator lives.
If they weren't going to jail, the only thing I could find acceptable in that is if they were specifically targeting well-known YouTubers, especially YouTubers that were like supposedly had family-friendly channels.
Yeah.
So like, if it's like some YouTube gamer who's using his position as a gamer on YouTube to score like 14-year-old bitches or 14-year-old kids or whatever the fuck. Yeah, dude, ruin his career and his fucking YouTube career, and maybe he doesn't go to jail, but at least he's off of YouTube and he has that access to victims like canceled. You know what I mean? Like that would at least be something. Yeah. But most of these guys, like, they're not even going to lose their job, much less, go to jail. Like they're gonna be fine.
Mm-hmm.
There's one where they were making the guy call his wife.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one, but I heard about it.
And they told his wife, and he did. And I'm like, why did you do that? I would have just left. Like, I would never be there in the first place, obviously. But I mean,
right. But yeah, why?
Given that situation, I'd have just walked away. I'd have been like, whatever, dude. Do what are you gonna do? You have no authority. You can't prove anything. None of what you say is admissible in court. The police might come question me, but that's about all. If they even do that.
And dude, and some of them, it's literally just a shakedown. Like they just want to fucking extort money from the dude.
Oh, really? That's not at all surprising.
Yeah. They're literally like, okay, well, I can either put this out on YouTube with your information or whatever, or I can you can pay me $5,000.
Oh well, I'd be happy to pay them $5,000, but I want to do it somewhere private.
Yeah,
because they're never going to fucking leave that building alive. Like they're just going to be dead. That's a dangerous fucking game to play. I'll tell you that one right there.
Yeah.
Because were I that dude, I'm a fucking murder somebody. Somebody gonna fucking die.
Yeah. Best case scenario is the cops are going to be involved in the exchange. And busting you for extortion. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Or you're gonna get killed.
That's a real fucking dumb choice to do. Like it's scummy. It's scummy too, because obviously, like he's just going to go on and continue to abuse people. Yeah. But on the same note, like, come on, dude, you got to be out of your mind. That's the stupidest fucking plan. You could get hurt.
Yeah, it is pretty fucking ridiculous, dude. Yeah, and that's the thing is like, okay, so you don't really care about kids getting fucking, fucking raped and shit, or molested, whatever.
Yeah.
You're just in this for fucking money.
But as long as you get your paycheck at the end of the fucking day out of the deal, yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
Oh, this is awesome. I never thought of this. You know those desks that have like the holes for all your wires to go down?
Mm-hmm.
But like realistically, that's just not where you want your wires to go most of the time. Like that's just not usually what they're there for. They make plug and play power outlets that you can jam in there. So like you can spend like $30-$40 and buy like a little round thing with 2 outlets and a couple of USB ports and a USB-C charging port, and stick that in your desk instead. So it takes that little hole and makes it something that's actually useful instead of just a place where you put a cap to take up space so nothing falls through.
I think the only downside to that would be if the things you're having to plug in, let's say like a laptop or something, have long cords. And then you have all these cords dangling off the side of your desk.
You dangle off the back of your desk, though, then, Dangle off the back so it's not in your way. Like, for me, like, my computer's next to my desk, so, like, the monitor's mounted on the wall. It's not even on the desk itself. So there's absolutely nothing to plug into that little spot. It's like there's no reason to have it there.
Yeah, it's never... not always in a fucking convenient spot to be helpful.
Yeah, so I have no reason not to plug in an outlet there. I won't be doing it anytime soon, but I might as well get one and put it to use. Yeah.
Although I guess if you could run a power strip through it and have the power strip right there on top of your thing. Although no, even that sucks. Never mind. Yeah, it's unnecessary.
No, this is perfect because it'll be a place I can just plug in stuff for, a couple of minutes to charge up. If I need to charge my phone or something.
Yeah.
I can just plug it in there.
But I was thinking if it's a power
it.
strip, it's gonna be taking up space on your, yeah. But what you're talking about, because it's a hole anyways, so yeah.
It's just a place where I can plug charging stuff in occasionally and let it charge. It's actually really quite nice. And then when I need to, I can. Yeah, I can get behind the monitor altogether. Yeah, I like this idea. This just works for me.
Nice.
Yeah, I like having my new monitor that's wall mounted. That's much better than having it on a fucking platform sitting on the desk. So much more space. Yeah.
So do you guys do you have bikes?
Like bicycles? I have a tricycle. I don't have a bicycle.
Oh, okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I recently
no. Huh? I do, but I haven't ridden in years. Yeah.
See, I recently bought one used, and I figure I need to do some. It was only like $50. I thought it was pretty good. I have to do some maintenance to it because the backstory of the bike is that this lady's husband used it for about a year and then put it away for the winter, and then as he was about to get started again, he suffered a stroke, and it remained in the garage for a few more years until he decided, he's never going to ride that bike again. So that's how I came across it. So I thought, okay, all right, but I need to know because it's in decent enough condition, but I'm like, do I need to fix something up? I haven't ridden a bike since I was a teenager. I don't really know anything about it.
So I would recommend, if you're going to get something to do with the bike, depending on how he did it, you might want to add put some slime in the tires so that if they get thorns, they don't go flat. And you don't have to sit and spend hours trying to patch every single little hole that pops in the tires. And then I would just look at getting pads in a bike lock. You probably want to wear some elbow and knee pads and a helmet for the first few times you ride the bike till you get used to it.
That's
until
true.
Then you might get, it's pretty easy to crash and get all fucked up.
Right. So I took it out to the back alley. I rolled up and down it a few times. And then I had to stop because one of two things. I'm not used to sitting on a bike seat. My fucking ass is killing me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was terrible. And the second thing is, riding a bike is work. You have to really pedal that thing. Yeah, it's good exercise. I can tell you that much.
But yeah, it's fun, but yeah, that's definitely gonna be. It is work. Yeah, you can't just magically not have to like work hard to pedal around.
Exactly. A bicycle is a bicycle. You have to actually move it. It's human powered.
Yes.
So
yes, it is very much human powered.
So I have to do that and keep that in mind. So I will endeavor to get through it. I have to wait for better weather though. It's a bit cold and windy out there with a chance of rain. So better weather. So yeah, bike. It's a new experience. It's got little. I do have to do some cleaning. It's all dusty. I'm sure it won't be good for the chain.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've been trying to look at various different videos on maintaining bikes. There's a lot of videos, but it's also a lot of people just talking in front of the camera. They're not actually showing you how it's done. They're just sort of talking about it. Like, okay, just like half the videos I've been watching. Like, could you just put the camera on the bike and show me what it is you're doing?
Yeah.
No.
Can I just?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Any sort of information that's not just you talking at a camera, you dumb motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up actually. Because any of that DIY shit, they're showing you. You know what I mean? Like if I look up on something on a car, like a specific year, make, model, or whatever, they're showing you where it is and showing you how to do it. So yeah, that's pretty fucked up, dude.
Like the other thing is, it's like I kind of want them to treat me like an idiot because I am. I haven't done this in a while, so they'll go on explaining how to do something, but they're not saying like why you need to do this. It's like they just start talking about the thing. I'm like, oh, okay, but why would I want to do that? Like, and they start talking about the various different types of gears and bolts and other kinds of things. And I'm like, okay, so what does that do exactly? It's kind of like maybe I need an idiot's lesson on how to use the bike, because, like I said, I haven't used it since I was a kid. They always say like, you never forget. Well, you kind of do. Also, bikes have changed since I was a kid.
Yeah.
Not to mention, so like for instance, the bike frame that my bike has been modified because the frame has a little sticker on it saying it's a 12 speed or whatever, and it's based on the little gears in the back because it can change between them. That's how you know which one. But you can literally count it, and that's how many shifts or gears or whatever it is that you have. Well, it says 12 on the bike, but there's only like 6 back there. So like, okay, well clearly they changed it, which is a good thing because 12 speeds are far more complicated than any of the other ones because it's way too many.
So, oh god, I think if I were gonna buy a bike, I'd want to buy like one of those beach cruisers with like 3 or 4 speeds and be done.
Yeah. Well, this one's
like just to relax and pedal around on like I'm not gonna be like climbing mountains or big ass hills on it, you know.
Yeah, the last one I bought was like a freestyle bike, with like pegs and all that shit, dude.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was when I first was working for Verizon, like the first time I was making actually really good money. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go check out the bike shop, and I bought like a bike for like $450. And I was riding it around, and dude, within like 5 minutes, because again, I hadn't ridden a bike in forever, I was trying to just kind of hop up onto a curb, and I totally fucking just jammed the tire into the curb and went over the fucking handlebars.
Fucked yourself all up.
Yeah, right in my apartment complex. I'm like, oh fuck, dude. I hope nobody saw that.
You're like, well, I can never ride this again.
Not here anyway.
Oh man. Oh, is 2 terabytes the upper end for solid state drives? Oh, okay. I'm just kind of looking through. My computer doesn't arrive for like 2 months, but I'm just looking through like the options for drives because I was wondering if I could get a bigger solid state drive in there. But 2 terabytes is the largest. Well, Samaj was talking about earlier, like that it's a good time to buy electronics is now because the supply chain is already starting to get fucked up, and that's going to be a big problem, and they're going to go up in price. And I've already seen And it seems like he's right. So I'm pretty glad I put my order in and got it ready. But I have to wait for a couple months, and I'm pretty sure I'll have it paid off by the time it gets here, which is nice for like $3,000 that I had to spend altogether. So
okay,
yep. I figured prioritize paying off the credit card over just putting money in savings. Like I still have money in savings, but like most of it went into paying it off. So as long as I can pay about $700 each month, I've got it done. So, and that shouldn't be a problem.
Okay, well, good.
I'm happy.
At least you got it.
Oh yeah, and it's gonna be like a 3060 video card and fucking like 32 gigs of memory, 2 terabyte solid state drive for everything. And then I bought a fucking what size drive is that? Like a 12 terabyte drive or something to put in to just store stuff regularly. Like for all your regular shit where you're just like watching videos and shit like that.
Right.
God damn. Oh, did you hear about Tropicana's new cereal that they're going to give out for free starting on May 4th?
I'm seeing a picture of it, and I'm thinking it's bullshit.
Yeah, it's made for orange juice. It's supposed to be specifically formulated to be good with orange juice. I don't agree.
That just sounds wrong, dude.
Like,
I don't.
If you've ever done something like cornflakes or plain Cheerios in orange juice, it's not bad because it's just a very plain cereal and it's just crunchy, and then the sweet orange juice, and it just doesn't taste bad at all. But like anything you have sweetened is going to be gross.
Yeah. So that's what I'm kind of wondering. Like, what the fuck kind of flavors do they put into the cereal?
See, anything that's unsweetened, it should only be for diabetics. I mean, I don't like. I just cannot.
Yeah, or maybe lactose intolerant people.
Maybe.
Yeah. Although even that, like fucking, is what do you call it? They have lactose-free milk available, so
exactly. So there's really no excuse.
Yeah, the only time you should ever use orange juice is when you have no other options. You ran out of milk and you need to have something before you go, and you have cereal, and cereals. I wouldn't want to eat cereal by itself. I just don't think I would be enjoying that very much.
So see, I've always thought about like those things like called cereal bars, where you can actually have like any type of cereal you want. Like if you say you wanted to have Frosted Flakes, and then on a separate dispenser there might be like marshmallows, like Lucky Charm marshmallows. Like, oh, that's just give me nothing but marshmallows. Diabetes. That's what I want.
You can buy that on Amazon. You can buy just the Lucky Charms marshmallows for.
I know you can, but it like the idea of a cereal bar sounds good. Like you can go out and try it. Like
they have like a. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Go ahead. Finish.
I was just saying, yes, you could just buy the individual cereals, but if I just want to sample it, try it out. Because for all I know, I won't like nothing but Lucky Charms, like the marshmallows.
Let's see, Lucky Charms marshmallows only. I'm looking to see how much you're gonna buy. So you can buy a 6-ounce pack for like $11.
Jesus, dude.
I think it gets substantially more, like the savings. Like you can buy 2.5 pounds for $20. So you can, and that's at 50 cents an ounce versus $1.87 an ounce for the $11 pack. Just you got to buy it in bulk if you want to get a better deal. If you want to buy like 6 ounces, they charge you a whole bunch more because it's a pain in the ass to manufacture it that way, I guess. But they're official brand Lucky Charms marshmallows, whereas this is Sarah's Candy Factory assorted marshmallow bits in a jar. Assorted dehydrated marshmallow bits.
Knockoff.
Yeah, but they're like the exact same shapes and colors and probably the exact same flavor as the Lucky Charms. Oh, they do make Lucky Charms cereal bars. Oh, that's disgusting.
Oh yeah.
They fucking know. I thought like a Fruity Pebbles one might be good. Yeah, because they make Fruity Pebbles cereal.
As a candy bar, like my sister bought a bunch. She got like Fruit Loops, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and the Honey Nut Cheerios. I tried the Honey Nut Cheerios and the Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and they were just so fucking sweet. It was like, I'm never gonna do that again. And I didn't have the nerve to try the fucking Fruit Loops. I was just like, nah, dude. There's no fucking way I'm putting that in my mouth.
Well, you figure, I mean, that's essentially what Rice Krispie squares are. You know what I mean? It's the same concept.
Yeah. It's essentially like they didn't even call them all cereal bars. Only the Honey Nut Cheerios was a cereal bar. The rest were like snack bars because it's like you can't really refer to that as a meal. That's obviously a candy bar. You know, like it's not. Yeah. Nobody's putting that next to a glass of orange juice and gonna claim it's a fucking balanced breakfast.
Yeah.
It should be.
Although, to be honest, like I made my own like breakfast bars and they were way better.
Yeah. You know, you still do it basically the same way as Rice Krispie treats, like just marshmallow and mix it in?
God, no. For a breakfast bar, no. No, I don't add marshmallows at all.
Okay.
Jesus Christ, dude.
It might work with some cereal.
Take some fucking oats, toast them up, add some fucking like, you know, chopped up nuts and some dried fruit bits and you know, a little bit of peanut butter, a little bit of fucking you know, honey to sweeten everything up a little bit and some egg white to fucking bind it all and then bake it in the oven. It's like making a granola bar, really, essentially, because it's, you know, kind of the same thing. I mean, and they're super tasty. Like, they taste better than the cereal bars that my sister got. That's for damn sure. Like, there's actual flavors. Because the cereal bars my sister got, they didn't really taste like the cereal. It just tasted like lots of sugar.
Yeah.
You're like, well, that's extremely sweet, and there's really no other flavor of any kind in there.
It's literally just fucking sugar. All you can taste is fucking sugar.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't even. It was like with sugar with a hint of cinnamon, sugar with a hint of honey flavor, and that was it.
So I was actually quite shocked. I posted some pictures in general there that they had like a Lucky Charms box, and they actually have a toy inside.
Oh yeah, you were talking about that on Gaming's Discord, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I was quite shocked.
Yeah, it's been a long time since they've done that on a regular basis. I wonder what the thing was. I know there was a big thing with the Kinder chocolates that they weren't allowed in the U.S. for like just choking hazards, and parents were too fucking retarded to figure out. Like you as a parent should know if your child is going to choke to death on a fucking Kinder candy, you know, like, and then it's your decision whether or not to give the kid one.
Mm-hmm.
Or be a good enough parent to raise your child to be smart enough not to choke to death on a fucking Kinder bar. You know, like whatever it takes. It's not that fucking complicated.
Yeah. Well, you should know if your child can figure out that he's, you know, that there's a toy in there and that you're not supposed to eat it or try to swallow it.
Yeah, like you as a parent should know how to deal with that. Yeah, but yeah. That's why I was wondering if the cereal boxes were the same thing, where they've said no Kinder, no boxes, nothing, no toys and food for kids.
See, I didn't get the box, but part of me thinks I should have, because I should really know what the heck was going on. Because is it big? Is it not? I don't know. But I was just shocked, like, because toys in cereal, like that hasn't been around since I was a kid.
Yeah, that used to be fucking standard. Like, it was fucking, like, you know, almost every fucking major cereal type came with something.
Almost almost all of them. You're right. That was like, even if it was just like some dumb little like card or something.
Yeah, or
like
some
a decoder card that you had to like solve puzzles on the back to like make hidden messages about what you should buy. Yeah.
Or, here's a shitty top that you can spin.
Yeah, exactly. On a different topic, I saw a thing with Christopher Lee that I thought was pretty fucking hilarious.
Really? Oh, the actor, like Saruman.
The actor who played Saruman in, because he used to be Secret Service, and he was in fucking World War II, and he was a legit, real badass.
Yeah, dude, he might be the biggest badass in all of fucking history, dude.
Yeah, he's done a lot of crazy shit. But anyway, in this particular instance, it was the part where Wormtongue is going to stab him in the back, right? Like Wormtongue's going to stab Saruman in the back. And Peter Jackson was like, well, I was like, I gotta talk with my actor and make sure he realizes like what to fucking how to make, what noise to make and all that good stuff. And it was really funny to me because Peter Jackson had this thing in his head and he's like, oh, I'm gonna go tell him what's what. And then he goes and talks to Christopher Lee, and Christopher Lee says, well, I simply told him, oh, that's not the sound somebody makes when they get stabbed in the back. What they do is, because he's fucking done it. Right? It was like, it was one of those moments where it was like, no, all their breath comes out of them at once, and they just kind of gasp. And you're like, Jesus, that's fucking dark.
They kind of gurgle up blood because their lungs are filling up with it.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking hilarious. And just the way he said it all casual and shit, you're like, Jesus fucking Christ. Well, all right then. I'm not going to argue with this guy anymore. Like, he clearly knows what's what. That was hilarious.
But yeah, no, I've watched videos about Christopher Lee's life, dude, and yeah, it's pretty goddamn badass.
Yeah, what was he? He was in World War something or other.
Yeah, World War II, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, World War II. Yeah, something. There's only two fucking options. Right. Why didn't I just man the fuck up and name one of them? I had like a 50% chance of being right.
Yeah. Indeed.
But yeah, he's like, "Oh no, I've stabbed people in the back before." I mean, he didn't say that, but it goes unsaid.
Yeah,
like we all know what he meant by, "Oh no," the sound that somebody makes when that happens.
He's definitely seen it happen, whether he's done it himself or not.
Yeah, yeah. So when you're when you're watching that scene where Grima Wormtongue, stabs him in the back. That is exactly what it looks like when somebody gets stabbed in the back. Like he's that is 100% accurate right there. There is no Hollywood magic. Good old fashioned acting. Because that motherfucker's done it before and he knows exactly what it looks like.
Yeah, that reminds me. I can't remember what the fucking movie was, dude, but it was basically the movie where Anthony Michael Hall was basically playing an actor that was supposed to be learning. He was going to be playing a fighter pilot or whatever. And basically they're talking to like the fighter pilot that's like, kind of showing them the ropes or whatever. And like towards the end, or at some point in it, they're talking about the end of the movie and where this guy, the fighter pilot's like kind of sacrificing himself in some way or whatever. And basically like the dialogue they have is like the super cheesy fucking dialogue of fucking poetic shit that he's saying. And the fighter pilot is like, no, I think it would be more along the lines of, oh my God, I'm going to fucking die. Like you're not going to be like calm and serene and be fucking, quoting a fucking poem.
Yeah, no, you're definitely not. You're just like, oh God. No, why? Why am I going to die, Mom? Like a lot of people that die apparently like die screaming for their mom, like mom or dad or something, like hoping for help.
Yeah, that makes sense, dude.
Oh, but don't you know there's no atheists in a foxhole?
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, I remember hearing that argument and I thought, well, because the argument was like because people scream out for God, like, well, okay, but they also scream out for their parents, so it's like, or even their coaches, depending on if they were athletes in school. I'm like, well, those are stupid. That's a stupid thing to say.
Yeah, I mean, whoever you think is going to be able to keep you from death, really, I would imagine is who they scream for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, probably.
I mean, that's who I'd be asking for help. I mean, because you're gonna, like, you're dying.
Yep.
I don't want, I imagine most people don't want to do that.
Yeah, most would prefer to keep on living, I would imagine. Not all. I don't want to,
Not all. Hashtag not all. I don't
Hashtag
want to.
not
I don't
all.
want to. I want to die inclined. I don't want to. I don't want to misrepresent their fucking point of view.
Yeah, I'm sure some people are like, finally, it's gonna be over.
We go out like a badass. Not most people don't. So, I mean, shut up.
Yeah, that reminds me of there was an old fucking back when Patton Oswalt used to be funny. He had a bit about like reading the obituaries. He's like, yeah, it's always like, oh, he succumbed after a heroic battle with cancer. And he's like, yeah, these fucking people writing the obituaries like, look, I spun death. And then he's like, there's got to be at least one in there where like, yeah, he died horrifically in a craven, cowardly way, cursing everyone.
He died like
and
begging for his life.
Screaming out to Satan or any demons to make a deal so he could keep living.
Dude, that'd be fucking hilarious.
I mean, if that's an option, we'll see. How desperate are you?
I want to die at like 200 miles per hour riding in a fucking bathtub full of gravy. Thank you very much. I want it to be memorable. Like no one's gonna question. Jesus, Hanzo, you're just gonna fucking stay in the same place. You gotta move, buddy. Yeah, no one's gonna question that I lived a life of stupidity and excess.
Yeah.
Oh, so Overwatch, isn't that dead?
Isn't that what?
Overwatch, isn't it dead?
Like, yeah, it's pretty well dead. Like, I win at a 1 out of every, like, 10 matches, because, like, everybody fucking cheats on here now. It's ridiculous. Or it's just a bunch of fucking smurfs, one or the other. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking care.
Sounds like they need
I just try to find ways to be really fucking obnoxious.
Sounds like if they're having trouble with the player base, then I don't know.
Oh, and have you seen Overwatch 2? I got to watch fucking Dr. Disrespect playing it. It looks like Overwatch 1 with all the same maps, but each map is at a different time of day now.
Oh.
And all the characters are the same except they've added one whole new hero. And that's about it. It just looks like they reskinned the fucking game.
See, that's what
I was doing that kind of shit in Call of Duty back in the day. They're like, oh yeah, this one's on the seaside during the day and the tide is in. But now we got this other map where it's nighttime and the tide is out.
Ooh, and it's like, yeah, it's the same fucking map. And you're just like, well, you didn't really do anything.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so there's a little more beach to run and it's dark. Okay, great.
Yeah, it's pretty much, yeah, it's like 5v5 instead of, what do you call it?
16 on 16 or whatever.
6v6, yeah, 6v6 is what it is now. 5v5 is what it's going to be. They're taking one tank out. Which, to be fair, is probably, will make the matches a little better and a little more, like, not just facing only, like, not only concentrating on the tank kind of thing.
Right.
But, like, still, it's just going to be kind of boring. Like, I don't know, man.
See, have you
played Elden Ring? I've been hearing really good things about Elden Ring.
Elden Ring is supposedly really good. I just don't like that kind of game. Like, that's not my style of game.
Mm-hmm. But is it like the MMO type? Is that what it is?
No, it's like it's like the same as what do you call it? Dark Souls? It's a Dark Souls type game. I beat you to the health, motherfucker.
Yeah, incredibly difficult. But you can at least team up with people and shit and play together.
Yeah, you can play with your friends, and it's essentially like boss fights over and over, as far as I understand it from what I've seen of the gameplay. You run around, there's a bunch of little stuff, but the little stuff is just to keep you occupied between fighting bosses, and there's fucking tons of different bosses to fight.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, so
it looks pretty cool. I've seen some gameplay of it. It looks like awesome.
It looks like they put it together exceptionally well. I haven't heard anybody have any issues with how it runs, other than at launch there were some issues with some people having graphical errors. But that's that's a case of getting perfect for every single potential platform is really hard.
Yeah,
like everybody's computer is going to have they're going to all the different fucking PlayStation and Xbox, all the consoles you got to get it for. But then when you're talking about PC, you're talking about any given how many combinations of video cards and processors and RAM are there going to be? Like that's got to be a rough fucking choice. But
it would be a fucking miracle if there wasn't some issue somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. It'd be weird. I would be confused. But altogether, from everything I've seen, everybody really likes the game.
Yeah, it seems pretty fucking badass. There was one dude, I guess, that had like a weird, wacky review. I think the dude's just nuts. I think he's just fucking insane. Because he was saying shit about the graphics being shit, and it was like the dude was saying that I was watching that was talking about the review guy. It's like he went to Kotaku and just like read whatever he saw there and didn't actually play the game or anything. Yeah, and I think the dude was crazy because he said I forgot what the fuck he said. It was so bizarre and it didn't make any fucking sense. He said, hold on, let me see if I can nail it. He said, it's like, drinking blood from a cup or from your neighbor.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck that means, dude.
I have no idea.
That's fucking weird, right?
It sounds gangster as fuck, though.
Yeah, but I don't get it. He had another one, too, that I can't remember, but I was like, drinking blood from a cup or from your neighbor. Okay, so like a vampire thing, I guess? I don't know, dude. I heard it, and I'm like, is it me? But yeah, the guy reviewing was like, yeah, I have no idea what the hell that means. Either way, looks like a pretty fucking cool game.
Yeah, Overwatch 2 looks like there's nothing really new. It looks just
it looks like a
Overwatch
reskin 1. Of the original game. It's like, why bother?
Yeah, that was clearly not the decisions behind that were not ones of practicality or actual reasonableness. It was probably something like, oh, this will make lots of money. But you're right, it really is just a repack. It's like there's nothing new here.
I hear a lot of people talking about it being a free-to-play game. If it's free-to-play, then that's fine. Like, all right, you just did a major update, and now you're going to sell skins and you're changing your business model. But, if it's a game they're going to fucking charge money for, fuck off, man.
Yeah, just to change the time of day and that fucking basic shit like that. Fuck that.
Well, if that was the case, they should have just said free to play from the beginning, because they didn't say anything like that in the original trailers. And everything I've seen so far, I haven't seen anything like if that is like something to justify what they've shown would be nice, because what we're seeing is just none of this is reasonable. This is
none of this is game. At all.
There's no logic behind any of this. They can't justify any of this nonsense. So, yeah, I don't know. But then again, we have to remember, Blizzard, they're going through some changes right now. What with a lot of the guys in the higher up all either getting fired or walking away. So they have a whole change in staff and team and all that. Because Overwatch itself.
Oh, this dude's definitely running aimbot. Jesus, yeah, the whole staff. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Well, look at the whole stuff with McCree. I mean,
fucking. Yeah. They changed him to Cassidy because they're fucking dumb.
Yeah, and it's not like it really matters. Everyone keeps calling him McCree anyways.
Yeah, well, because that's his fucking name.
Yeah, well, it's been his name for a long time, and that's what we've always associated it with. I mean, any streamer who plays Overwatch keeps calling him McCree. Nobody calls him Cassidy. No one.
Yeah, these guys are using the aimbots. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, probably.
You can see their screen torquing to track people behind walls.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all right.
If they want to get people to get excited about Overwatch again, maybe they need to stop demonizing all the artists out there drawing porn. You guys heard about that?
No, I did not. I know there's a bunch of fucking 3D model porn.
Yeah, that's
where they use the models from the game to just like make porn because
yep,
it's really easy with the game engine. You can get it for free on Steam and everything, and do all sorts of fucked up shit.
And a lot of people do, and they make a fair bit of money. And then you have artists that just draw, illustrate.
Oh, they make money off of that shit? Damn.
That's dude, yeah. You can get ad revenue. Like, if you make those videos and you put them on, like, Pornhub, you get ad revenue. And some people make a ton of money off of that stuff. Which makes me like, I should get into 3D animation. I should learn how to do that. Just do it anonymously. That's good money. But, yeah, so like, they cracked down on that, said you couldn't do that. And so, what a lot of people did is they went over to a different game because, porn artists are porn artists. They're going to make porn of whatever they want.
Like whatever's going to sell, they'll make porn of. It's not hard.
Yeah. And so what they did is they went to a different game called Paladins. I know, like, last time he was here.
Yeah, that's basically what Overwatch is based on.
Yeah, so I mean that. So yeah, they would just sort of do. A lot of the porn artists just started making that instead of Paladins, and then Paladins had like an increase in their user base, and so I know Blizzard did stop because what they would do is they would like do a DMCA takedown of all the different porn illustrations out there. I did a couple myself, and they never got monetized or anything. Like I did like some videos, and when I say videos, I mean just illustrations, less draws, and all that kind of stuff. But that's how I got out of that. Because there's a lot of artists out there who were getting in trouble because Blizzard was taking them down. Nobody liked them after that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and also the fucking what do you call it? I think Blizzard just won a lawsuit not long ago against the hacking manufacturers, the companies that make like the hacks. Because like they're selling the cheats essentially, so you got to pay like $10 or $15 a day or whatever to use the cheats that won't get you caught and get your account banned. And they actually sued the companies that made them for like a few $1 million and won. Like they won like a bunch of money in fucking what do you call it? Damages, apparently.
Well, see that makes sense because I mean, yeah, you're damaging the game, and then the damage to the game is damage to your.
Well, and you're also, your cheats are based off of other people's IP. You're not. You didn't write the game, so.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What they mean by fair use?
It's not fair use if you're making money off.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I'm kidding, dude.
But I personally, I could care less. Like, if you want to, make some money off of it, go ahead. Oh,
well,
Jesus.
yeah. I mean, you're not the one benefiting off of it. So, like, why would you care?
I'm not benefiting from it or losing from it, so I don't give a shit. Other than just it's obnoxious to have people cheating all the time.
See, there you go. But yeah, I was gonna say, like, Blizzard, they've been firing off a lot of people, and it shows because I don't know if you saw. Well, you guys probably don't play World of Warcraft, so you probably didn't even see any of the last cinematic for their newest expansion, Dragonlands or something. That does not look good. And I'm not saying like the game looks good because I don't know. I didn't watch any of that. Just cinematic alone, like Blizzard, they've done some phenomenal cinematics. They're just so gorgeous that people. talk about
Blizzard makes some really pretty shit. Like Overwatch looks good. It's cartoony, but it looks great. Like it's really well done.
It's different, and you know what? There's nothing wrong with doing something different. I appreciate it if they're stepping out and doing other things. It's just a little weird because it's like this feels like it's a family-friendly thing, and it's not. But anyway, yeah, Warcraft always looked. They always had the best kick-ass cinematics. This new one didn't. It looked kind of meh. I'm like, Blizzard, it's like they're so good. Their cinematics, like I should be talking about them for years to come. Not this one, man. Bad.
Well, all their other games are pretty too. Like they make good games.
Like Diablo, I mean, it's okay. Like they had like great cinematics for Diablo 3, but Diablo 3 was like riddled with all kinds of other problems. So
Makes sense.
yeah,
It's the third in the series. They're probably just doing it more for like the money than anything else.
that's the only reason they do it. Money. Like
Gotta get
the
that
Blizzard
paycheck.
Get that paycheck. I mean, the Blizzard staff and all those people. Like I don't know. I don't know if there's any legs in Blizzard. I don't know if they could recover if they shape up and fix their problems and just develop good games again. I don't know if that's going to work out though. We'll see.
Yep.
If Dragonlance is a good expansion, hell, if Overwatch 2, if we're wrong and it's actually a great game, go for it.
Well, I don't think Overwatch 2 is going to be a terrible game. I just think that if they're charging money for it, a lot of people are going to be like, no, thank you. And that they won't get a very large player base. But you never know. People are fucking retarded. They may just be like, it's a reskin of a game I already liked, so I'll pay $60 for this garbage. As far as charging $60 for it, I didn't even see a new map. Not one fucking new map.
Yeah. Yep. So, and a lot of the outfits, like I said, they like everything I saw, you could easily do in Overwatch 1. Like, why do we need a new one? Like, I need some justification, and there's none.
Yeah, I don't see a reason to buy Overwatch 2 yet. If it's a free-to-play game and all I got to do is pay for skins, I'm in. But, like, that's as far as I go. Otherwise, fuck it. It's the same game. They're probably not going to have... They're not going to do anything different with anti-cheat. Like, their anti-cheat is still going to be hot trash instead of, like, actual decent anti-cheat, which is what everybody wants. Because there's always been a problem with Overwatch. Oh yeah, Overwatch has always been a real big problem for hackers. Like they've always, because they didn't really put any specific anti-cheat, and it doesn't seem like they care. Like the guy that runs the company doesn't even have a problem with smurfing, which is where you buy like accounts that are terrible, like low level, so you can go and fight against a bunch of low level players when you're like master fucking player or whatever. So yeah, it's kind of lame. I don't know. It's just it's just kind of dumb, and in that respect, it's unfortunate that they don't bother. Because even like Satan was like, yeah, I don't think they bother with hackers in their quick play. I don't think they care at all. And quick play is the majority of players, because I don't give a fuck about rank. I just want to like play for an hour and enjoy myself. You know what I mean? Like I don't give a fuck if I'm bronze or gold or silver. I just want to play against other people that are somewhat near my skill level, so that I'm having interesting and challenging games, and play for an hour and just fucking kill time, and be entertained. And I can't imagine competitive is that much better if they don't bother with cheaters in the quick play. I'm sure they have the same problem in their competitive. I'm sure there's plenty of people that are cheating, because why would people just not cheat in competitive where people are going to get even more mad about losing? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like if you lose enough games, $10 a month so that you win every fucking game. Like that seems pretty attractive to me.
Yep.
And especially if you can potentially, like they've even had like competitors be banned, like in their professional Overwatch league. Like
so they're at least doing something, I guess. But yeah.
I'm interested to see like the new character they're putting in, but like that's not really that interesting because it's just a DPS anyway. It's not even like a support or a tank.
God, how many DPS are there in this game?
That's what I'm saying. Why the fuck would they bother with DPS? Put a fucking support or a tank in here that's new and interesting and get people into playing those. They should have, if Overwatch 2 is coming out, it's a brand new game, they should have one of each new role. Right? I mean, that makes sense, right? Nice and round. There's going to be one new tank, one new support, and one new fucking DPS. That would have been perfect.
Well, or maybe what they should do is like to make sure that people actually get accustomed to the characters, maybe limit the amount of characters you can have. Like, there's a lot of them. And maybe instead of having them all out, because like, my habit is I only play Reaper. What if they made it so that way Reaper isn't available every round? What if you have to, play a different character?
Yeah, that would be interesting. I'd be fine with that. Like, limit the amount of characters you can play against each other. And then it becomes like a weird thing of learning the meta of, well, okay, when these characters are available, this is the character you want to play.
It's like maybe this is the month of Reaper. This is the month of this or that. I mean, just something to mix it up. Because, like, yeah, you have all these characters. Yeah, but I don't have to play any of them. I like
custom design it so that, like, the characters for that map, there's nothing that's particularly OP or under P. Like that it's all, like, we've test played, these characters on this map, and they're all pretty reasonable. Whoever you choose, you're going to have a decent chance of winning with any combination of these characters that are available on Numbani,
Yeah.
I like that idea. I like limiting the choices people have. I like that. That's not a bad idea. But then again, like, they're just gonna fucking, who knows what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
Yeah, personally, I would like to see new characters, and, like, some of the characters should be taken out. Like, get rid of Doomfist. Doomfist is broken. Always has been. It's just not worth playing. It's such a fucking ridiculously overpowered character. Or rework him so that he's not OP.
Yeah.
Do they ever do anything like if you play as a certain character for a round, like they're not available for like maybe the next 2 or 3 rounds?
No, I never thought of that. That's not a bad idea either. But encouraging people to actually, like, have to try different characters and not, like, only play one specific character forever. That's a really good idea.
Yeah,
like,
limit the amount of time you can do it. Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna lose this match. It hasn't started, but I'm pretty fucking sure we've already lost. You know the amusement park map where it's like you gotta, like, break through that one big archway thing? My entire team is all the way at the fucking enemy spawn. Like, they're nowhere near the choke.
Yeah.
And now they're, wow, this is not gonna end well. Not gonna end well for anybody. Oh wow, this is oh, I fucking played against that guy with a different name before. That guy was a name bot. Alright, yeah. Mango, in all his different names, is cheated every single time I've seen him play. Yeah, one of the ways the fucking player base is awful is the fact that you see the same players over and over and over all the time.
Like, you can recognize them even when they change their fucking name. Jesus, dude.
Yeah, there's, like, Mango, Golden Pants, Lazy Turtle. Let's see, who else? There's a Cranky Pants I play against all the time. The Turtle and Mango are always aimbots, and then there's, like, a couple other guys that are just, like, it's every time you play against them, it's nothing but hacking. So you just kind of know, like, all right, like, play a character that I don't have to be visible, because unless I'm in cover or not, like, they're gonna fucking murk me. Look, you guys are the tanks. You're supposed to fucking break this guy.
Yeah, that shit gets annoying when they're playing a character type and they're not, you know, using tactics that match up with the character type.
Yeah.
I'm a healer. I'm gonna take point.
Yeah. Like, their sniper Mango is playing almost all the way to the front. Like it's a fucking glass character. Like, she's super easy to murder. Oh, maybe they're not using any bot. I'll be damned. They missed those shots. I guess they're just really good. Never mind. There we go. Oh, I fucking missed him on the side there. That was dumb. Yay. I don't know. I'm just doing this because I don't know what else we're going to talk about on this show. Like, what else do we got?
I haven't been paying attention to any of the things like the Johnny Depp Amber Heard stuff.
I keep seeing videos of shit that's supposed to be funny and it's not, and I don't understand it. So I'm glad it looks like it's going well for him. But I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, whoever they got, like a lot of their expert witnesses and shit are fucking really good. Like they know their shit, and yeah, like dude, the bitch lawyer for fucking Amber Heard, that old fucking hag. I don't know if you've seen her, dude, but she's fucking. Ugh. She just looks like a fucking old fucking miserable cunt.
Oh yeah,
she was going after the expert witness. Like trying to say, okay, but if you found, you know, if your findings were different, you wouldn't be testifying here today, right? Like saying that to the, you know, Depp's team's expert witness, and she's like, no, I have a responsibility to the court, you know, and that kind of shit.
Oh yeah, well they're trying to accuse her of bias, essentially.
Yeah. Yeah, which again, I don't know that.
Wow, round a corner,
sure
nice.
That absolutely happens, but considering the mountain of evidence of fucking Amber Heard being a fucking borderline, dude.
Oh yeah. It's fucking undeniable at this point.
Yeah.
Well,
actually, they had a psychologist that literally said, yeah, she's fucking, she's a fucking borderline.
Well, yeah, she was the couple's counselor. And she diagnosed her with personality disorder.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's weird things.
Yeah, and they had one of, I guess she had talked to like one of Amber Heard's former friends, and basically the former friend had said basically, yeah, we were out shopping for all this different stuff for like Thanksgiving, and then all of a sudden she just punched me in the fucking face, like for essentially no real reason.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, that's what borderlines do. If you're not acting the way they want you to act,
they punish you with physical violence.
Yeah.
Then there's that whole
For
video.
sure.
There's that video that or audio that Johnny Depp was recording showing that like Amber admitting to hitting him. It's like, wow. I mean, what's all this about?
Yeah, you mean the one where she goes, I didn't punch you, I hit you.
Yeah. That was fucking so retarded. You're like,
yeah.
I didn't punch you, I just hit you. Like, what do you mean?
Fuck is the difference? Oh, fuck, dude. So yeah, almost all of the shit. Because there's recordings of her like mocking him when he talks about her being abusive, dude. And she's like, oh yeah, Johnny, go tell the world that I abused you. You know, like basically saying like it's going to emasculate you if you fucking do that.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, like a really, really super mocking tone, dude. Yeah, go ahead, tell everybody, tell the world that I abused you. Yeah, God, it's really disgusting.
And everybody will be like, poor Johnny Depp. Amber Heard is a fucking monster.
Yeah, dude. There's apparently there was one time where like cops were called to the house or whatever, and like basically, she's like staging the evidence like as they're arriving. Like they get there. I don't think it was the actual cop. I think it was someone else. But they're like, yeah. By the time I get there, they're not really fighting anymore. But there's literally still wine. Like the fight was essentially over 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago, whatever. But there's wine that's still running down the wall. Like it was just sprayed on there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I think they're trying to claim like, well, you said that you severed the finger yourself, and like, I think everyone can fucking understand that he was covering for her at that time. You know what I mean? Like, cause she threw the fucking bottle, like he had his hand kind of resting on the edge of the fucking bar. Apparently, she took one vodka bottle, threw it against the fucking wall, like right next to his fucking head.
Oh yeah.
And then he pulled out another bottle. She grabbed that one and threw it, and it fucking hit his hand and severed the fucking end of his finger.
Yeah.
Like,
well, and what a horrible fucking person to do that to another human. Like, because why? What was her reasoning? Was her reasoning that he just wasn't paying enough attention? You know, like I don't.
He would constantly like fucking, not want to engage in another, which I completely understand. And once you realize how pointless the arguments are,
there's no reason to keep fighting if you're just never. There's no positive outcome.
Resolution. Yeah, there's never any resolution accomplished. It's just them being a fucking horrible person to demean you or whatever. So yeah, he would be like fucking have to lock himself in the bathroom or fucking some other room or whatever, and she'd be banging on the fucking door. Apparently one time like he was trying to get into the bathroom where he was at, and like he was going to shut the door, and she kind of like dipped, like her foot got caught, so he kind of opened it to check on her, and she fucking bashes the door open into his fucking head with her foot, like kicks the door into his fucking head.
Damn, dude, that's insane.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's just a lot of fucking hate.
Yeah, she's definitely a horrible fucking person.
I had somebody kick a metal gate so that the fucking little part of it that was sticking out jammed into my thumb, like a 1/2-inch circle of metal, and I had like a 1/2-inch hole in my fucking thumb.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah, I never really fucking, I never really dealt with that dude. That guy got away with it. I feel like fucking, I should have fucking beat his ass, but I was just too stunned by the event to fucking respond.
Sometimes in the moment you're just like, holy shit, I can't even process what just happened.
Yeah. Oh, this guy's either the fucking best player in Overwatch, or he definitely came in with an aimbot. He just came in and executed everybody in the room all by himself without really playing under any sort of cover. He just like stood in the middle of the room and just started shooting.
God damn. Dude, one time when I was younger, probably like 6 or 7 maybe, we were at my grandparents' house, and like the door, their back door leading into the backyard, basically, had the regular door, and then it had that kind of screen kind of door. Like there was metal, there was a bunch of screen, but there was one small pane like right in the middle of glass. And like I was kind of messing with my sister, and I was pushing against the glass to keep her from opening the door. And the glass like ended up shattering, and I had a fucking bunch of glass pieces in my fucking hand, dude. Like it cut me up. Like I still have a scar on my right pinky, dude.
Damn.
That runs almost the entire length of my fucking pinky. Because obviously
you know my pain. You know my pain.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, actually, one other time I was like doing like that kind of log roll, where you're just laying flat and rolling down a hill, and I fucking ran into like my grandparents had a garden kind of at the bottom of the hill, but they had like a solid little metal fence thing, not very tall, but basically to keep rabbits and shit out, And I fucking face planted into that. I still have a scar like right at the bridge of my nose. It runs across the bridge of my nose from that. I was a really accident-prone kid now that I think about it. Pretty fucking clumsy.
Sounds that way.
Yeah. Or yeah, me and my brother would fucking take the tops from our, toy what the fuck do you call it? Whatever, fucking toy box. It was shaped like a train, but the
Yeah.
top was like at an angle or whatever. Like, it's kind of a triangle shape, I guess. So you flip it upside down, and we would fucking roll it down the fucking stairs. Fucking ride that thing down the stairs, and I ended up like breaking my foot again as like a 6 or 7 year old dude. Because right at the end of the front door, which was just in that fucking house was just like a gigantic like solid oak door.
Ooh.
So we go flying down that and just past the landing, boom. Because that door was basically about fucking, I don't know, maybe 8 to 10 feet away from the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah.
So obviously the momentum of going from level 2 to level 1 in a fucking pretty not aerodynamic, but whatever. You can get some good fucking speed. Enough speed to crash into the door and break your foot.
Apparently so. Was it a good clean break, or was it like one of those ones that takes forever to fucking heal, like a compound?
Fuck, dude, I was so young. Honestly, I do not remember.
Yeah, because like if it's a clean break, that's not terrible. But
Yeah,
man,
and I think
those
it was more
compound fractures. That's where you like it's fucking like.
Yeah, no, it definitely wasn't that. I think it was more of just a regular fracture. It definitely did not break the skin. I'm pretty sure I would have remembered that.
Yeah, I would hope.
Yeah, the glass in the hand was much worse, dude, as you can probably imagine.
No, I can't imagine. Why would glass be painful in your hand? That's where it belongs.
A bunch of tiny, a fucking ridiculous amount of just tiny little glass shards in your hand. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, no, I don't see why that would be an issue. I mean, obviously you're complaining for no reason.
Rub some dirt on it. Get back in there.
Trying to corral this person back into their base. Oh, this map, nice. There's a couple maps in Overwatch that are just made for Symmetra. Like, there's nobody else you should play on these maps. Unless somebody else has already picked Symmetra, in which case you can't play Symmetra, so you should just go home.
Exit game.
It's designed for Symmetra, and if it's a Symmetra on both teams, Symmetra will make the difference in who wins. Oh, and this is not the map, and I'm dumb. Damn it. Fuck it, I'm playing Symmetra anyway, I've committed. I don't know, she launches little turrets, and there's a couple maps where the point is really enclosed. And you can just, like, set your turrets up and basically go on easy mode for the rest of the round. Like, they'll just do all the work for you, because, like, the enemy can't really do anything about them.
Oh, okay. So they're kind of at spots where it's tough to get at them with that.
Yeah, exactly, and it's kind of nice to be able to just fuck them all up.
Turrets can be destroyed, though, right? Like, they're not.
Oh, yeah. They're not permanent. They can be destroyed.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, it's just it's surviving long enough to do it. It's just impossible the way it's set up.
Yeah. I need to get a hit scan. Otherwise, we're not going to do this. I think we're going to lose this match. I don't know. This is why I don't play very often. I haven't been playing for a while. I've just been playing, like, fucking Valheim, because, like, it's actually fun, whereas this is, like... Dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, apparently Elon Musk was supposed to testify, and he's not going to testify anymore in the Amber Heard trial.
Really? Oh, because he fucked her?
Yeah. No, I think he just is like, I have no interest in fucking trying to help you out anymore. Or well, I don't know definitely what his reasons are, but he was again originally scheduled to testify on her behalf somehow, and no longer is. Maybe he finally realized, despite all the evidence so far, that she's just an evil fucking cunt.
Yeah, really.
Although again, he's a pretty shitty human being anyway, too. Because I don't know if she might have been just being paranoid, but like he gave her a fucking Tesla to drive, free or whatever, and she believed he had it bugged.
Damn. Yeah, she's not delusional. Elon Musk was so worried about her that he felt the need to fucking bug her.
Well, I assume he was just being fucking controlling if he did. Like, I wouldn't be, it's pretty unlikely still, but it actually wouldn't surprise me that much if he actually did.
I suppose.
I wonder if Elon Musk is going to get brought up in court about all this. It's like, what's your dealings with Amber Heard? It's like, well, yeah, I fucked her once or twice.
I mean, she was good and bad.
Yeah, she must be. To have fucking, again, whatever you may think of either of them, Johnny Depp and Elon Musk would have to be pretty high up there as far as eligible bachelors go. Although, yeah, apparently I haven't really gotten the full story on it, but apparently, like, she somehow like kind of blackmailed Depp into marrying her.
I mean, conceivably, at this point, I don't know that I would disbelieve anything.
Yeah, she's fairly fucking ruthless.
Like, that whole thing is out of fucking control. Like, it's just nutty.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, dude, they were.
Okay, so that guy just doesn't take damage. That's normal. Fucking what?
So they were interviewing somebody from I think it was the ACLU. It wasn't the Children's Hospital. It was whatever other charity. Because if you're not familiar, basically the $7 million that she got from Depp in the divorce settlement, she was supposed to donate it all to charity. And it was ACLU. I think it was ACLU and Children's Hospital somewhere. Definitely Children's Hospital. But anyways, they had somebody from the other one, not the Children's Hospital, was basically saying like, yeah, she pledged to give us the 3.5 million, and as of yet, she paid like 1.2 million or something like that.
Yeah.
And the Depp's attorney was like, okay, so she basically, didn't, failed to make good on her pledge or whatever. And he's like, well, I wouldn't phrase it that way. With donors, it comes to be, like trying to be nice in case they might actually somehow magically at this point get the rest of the money. Yeah. Trying to be like, what do you call it? Whatever. I can't think of the fucking word.
You know what I hope Johnny Depp gets like 2 or 3 times the amount of money she got in the divorce from the fucking case here. Like, I don't think that's gonna happen, but it'd be real fucking cool if he made out like a bandit and just fucking walked away with like 20 million from the bitch.
From what I've heard is that the judge is kind of on Amber Heard's side.
Well, of course, because the judges are all pieces of fucking shit.
Yeah. So
let's not pretend that there's any decent judges left out there. Like, even the fucking judges in the Supreme Court who were supposed to be by the fucking by the book for the fucking rule of law shit all over the Constitution. Like,
although she did,
fuck all of them.
She did because they objected to the expert witness that I was talking about earlier. They objected to asking her about like, oh, okay, you wouldn't be saying this if it wasn't in their favor or whatever. They objected to that. She actually sustained it. And then the lawyer was Amber Heard's lawyer, like, no, it speaks to bias, Your Honor. She's like, yeah, it's sustained. Next question.
Yeah. Yeah, but
So
it
may
seems
not be
like all the
completely-
testimony is going against Amber Heard. Is this a
Oh,
jury
yeah.
trial? I don't remember if this is by jury or
Yeah.
if it's a judge. Oh,
Yeah.
it's by jury? Dude, he
Yeah.
might actually win
Yeah.
then. I don't know. It's a pretty steep hill to climb for defamation of character, especially against a woman, because
Yeah.
women just have all the advantages when it comes to the legal system. They're
Yeah.
viewed as like these paragons of virtue instead of as normal human beings. So
Yeah,
'cause
but
Amber Heard
dude,
could
there's
never
so
lie about all the
much.
times she fucking physically beat the shit out of him, and then accused him of being an abuser on top of that, which is even worse. Ruining his fucking career and taking he lost probably a couple $100 million worth of income.
No, easily, dude.
I mean, how much was he going to get paid to be in the next Harry Potter film and in the next fucking Pirates of the Caribbean movie? Like, I'm sure it was going to be 10 to 20 million a piece, bare minimum.
Yeah, I would say 20 would be on the low end of whatever. He's probably closer to 30 and shit at that point.
Yeah,
because those were wildly successful.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, that's just so fucking brutally fucking aggravating to me.
Yeah, dude, I'm amazed he actually like kind of just kept his mouth shut for so long, dude. Like when she, again, when she put out the that article talking about her Me Too fucking, nonsense.
Well, I mean, that's not uncommon for a lot of victims of abuse to just take it for so long, because it's sort of like that the slow boil, like the crab in the water doesn't realize it's boiling because it just gradually increases. So I imagine for him it was just like a slow boil of it slowly getting worse and worse and worse, and he was just so used to it that it didn't really register how incredibly over the top and atrocious it had gotten. Plus, he obviously he likes to have a few drinks on a every single day basis.
Yeah.
He likes to get fucked up and do a lot of drugs, which might have been because of Amber Heard too.
Dude, there was a point like when he was trying to get off the shit, and she had whatever, I assume it was Suboxone or methadone or something like that. And she was the one that had the fucking meds, and he would be like detoxing and fucking, well into withdrawal and begging for the fucking medication, and she'd withhold it from for a fucking long time.
Yeah.
Like several hours.
He clearly was being abused on a massive scale, and I think he just probably got so used to it that he just didn't know. Like, you don't see a way out of it, I think, in a lot of these cases for a lot of these people. They get so used to it. Even though he's got enough money that even with all the shit that's happened and all the fucked up things that have occurred, even with her cut of $7 million, he's probably never going to have to work. Like, he'll even if he had to live in a shitty suburban neighborhood in like a $50,000 house in Kansas, he still wouldn't have to go work a 9-to-5 job. He'd still be able to enjoy some of the nicer things in life.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's got way more than that, though. Like,
he owned like 4 or 5 fucking like penthouses in Hollywood somewhere in the LA area. That were all like in that same like little like his own little fucking compound, dude.
Yeah,
which can't be fucking cheap. Anywhere in the LA area is going to be ridiculously fucking high.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was doing all right either way.
Yeah, he actually got really lucky that all she took was $7 million. If you think about it, like.
Yeah. I'm guessing he just during whenever they were married. I don't know if he just didn't take the roles because he knew divorce was coming at some point. Because again, in California, it's basically like you're almost pretty much automatically they're getting half of whatever they earned. When they're actually married. Obviously, anything coming into that he already had doesn't really qualify.
In California, he's lucky it didn't. It can.
Yeah, but I'm saying
That's certainly not
minimum.
without precedent. I'm saying like that's
Yeah.
There was probably going in, if she hadn't been abusing him and it hadn't been such a big public case and she hadn't gotten outed so very obviously, there's a fair to middling chance she would have walked away with half of everything he owned, regardless if it was prior to the marriage or not.
Again, the divorce and all that settlement and all that happened, well before he came out and
Oh, it was still it was out. It just wasn't out like in public. Like everybody knew.
Oh, I got you.
Because like Stanhope was talking about this way before the divorce too. Like he wasn't saying names, but he was talking about like, I know somebody really famous who's being like abused in a horrible fucking fashion kind of shit,
Yeah.
Oh
yeah, that was the other thing, dude. They're trying to claim that because it was an article in the Washington Post. Like that's the reason apparently that it's being held in Virginia is because that's where the Washington Post is technically headquartered. That's why that's why it's being
nice.
The court in Virginia. And yeah, they're trying to claim that she never named him, but like there's absolutely no one else could be. Like everybody knew in that article she was talking about Johnny Depp. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, they're trying to claim.
Well, and it's one of the few cases where
name.
all the lies actually, can be directly proven to have, damaged his career and lost money for him. So
yeah.
Because a big part of defamation of character is proving some sort of damages.
Yeah. Yeah, and what sucks is even with all this overwhelming evidence, he still might not fucking win.
Yeah, and in reality, like what should be occurring,
trial.
What should be occurring is the police should be talking to Johnny Depp and taking statements and having him fill out like a time frame of when all these events occurred that she did, and finding out which ones are still prosecutable and arresting her for spousal abuse.
Yeah.
She should be facing prison time right now.
Yeah, like the statute of limitations we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I'm sure some of it falls outside the statute, but I guarantee you some of it doesn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure they could get her on at least 4 or 5 things and get her for like a year or 2 in prison, or at least in jail for a while. Maybe some probation or some, some sort of punishment for all the abuse she did.
Yeah, that would be good. Oh, that reminds me. Like for so many fucking years, she had basically claimed like just 3 incidents of abuse or whatever. But like within the last few months, they basically come up with like 15 more of his alleged abuse, and none of them check out. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Even the one where he was drunk in the kitchen and slamming the cabinet doors around. Yeah, he wasn't remotely violent or intimidating to anybody. He was just obviously very angry and like slamming. I just want my fucking wine. Leave me the fuck alone. Get out of my goddamn face, bitch. Like anybody that watches that is just gonna be like, this is a man who's just had way too long a fucking day and needs to be left alone. And this bitch is shoving a camera in his face. Of course, he slammed a couple cabinet fucking drawers.
Yeah, she's trying to hide the fucking camera because he eventually finds,
I didn't realize. I never watched the whole thing. I watched like the first minute or 2, and I was like, well, this is obviously where it's going.
Yeah, there's a spot in there where you can see her trying to move it, where she does move the camera to like try to hide it even better.
Yeah.
And yeah, he eventually finds it. But even in that, dude, like she comes across as such a fucking cunt because she's like, none of that happened today. That was yesterday. So it was like the night before, and she's like, "Okay, now that never happened because it was the night before."
Oh, it almost felt to me like that kitchen thing almost felt like a little bit of a higher, like slightly ratcheted up from the Will Smith Jada Pinkett thing, where she starts filming him out of nowhere, and he's like, "Look, you can't just start filming me for your social media. You got to let me know beforehand. Like you could ask. It's polite, like."
No, if you watch it again, you'll see it's obvious that she's trying to hide the camera.
Oh no, I'm not talking about that part. I'm just saying, like, just the sort of like that same sort of behavior of just like this pathological, like, Jesus, what's wrong with you? Why are you filming this poor man at this point? Why are you doing this to him?
Yeah, and still fucking with him, dude. You know, like, dude, yeah, the Jada Pickett one, dude. Like, you're such a fucking cunt.
Yeah, he knew she was filming in that one. Johnny Depp didn't know he was being filmed at first in the other one.
Mm,
But in both, it
yeah,
was just sort
yeah.
of like you're obviously catching an out of character, shitty moment, and you probably set it up.
Oh
Like
yeah,
she probably
yeah.
spent the whole day driving him out of his fucking mind before he finally
Mm,
just was pissed and like slamming shit around
mm.
and trying
No,
to
yeah,
drink
yeah.
himself
Well, she
calm
didn't
again.
fucking stop. Like, who the fuck wouldn't stop as soon as he expresses, "Hey, I don't want you filming me," and she still fucking kept filming, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, Jada Pinkett's another one that's fucking evil, fucking cunt.
yeah. Poor Will Smith. In his relationship, obviously, slapping Chris Rock was a shitty move, but like,
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
bad for him in a
But
situation where he's being cheated on, but he stays there, so I don't know. I mean, you can always just
yeah,
leave,
it's a
dude.
little
It's
weird.
it's not like you can't
Well,
just leave.
yeah,
Your
it
kids
probably
are.
bear. Yeah,
Oh, go ahead. No, you were gonna say something.
I was just saying it would be better for him if he would leave. But I mean, he's in like when you think of like divorce in this situation, it's kind of weird because also like we're dealing with celebrities here, and there's probably a lot of money and all that put in there, and he's who knows? Maybe he knows that if he tries to leave her, he's going to get screwed in any divorce things. Like he's got to be careful how he does this.
Oh, see,
Because
you just carefully move your fucking money out like 6 months before you start. Like just carefully move your
well,
money to
Yeah,
places where it can't get touched. They're not gonna be
yeah.
able to do
but
shit about it.
well,
Or
okay,
like
but
Hulk Hogan did, he sold all of his likeness rights and all that to his fucking buddy for $1. Like
I
all his
mean,
merchandising and likeness rights and all that shit, he signed over for $1
Oh, dude,
to
and
his
his buddy
friend.
signed it right back after the divorce was over.
Yeah, yeah,
Fucking brilliant. That's a bro move
yeah,
right there, dude. That's your
yeah,
fucking friend for life. That's the guy you
yeah.
fucking die for. Like
That was pretty fucking badass, dude.
yeah, that's fucking hilarious. So that's what I'm saying. If he knows there's gonna be a lot of financial damage, like get everything you truly care about out of your ownership, so there's nothing she can do about it. And then
Yeah, yeah,
claim that it's lost or whatever, and then suddenly gain it back after the divorce when she can't really do shit about it anymore. Like
yeah.
make it so she gets to take as much as is reasonable, because you're gonna, if she doesn't get nothing, then they're definitely not gonna let you go. But
Yeah, yeah.
oh, is that Elon Musk being played by Tiger Woods in the fucking Netflix original?
someone I don't know. I saw the meme and I thought, yeah, someone will do a movie about Elon Musk, and we know what's going to happen. He's going to get race swapped.
I think that's
I was
Tiger
just
Woods.
I don't think so. But anyway, I was looking up Will Smith because I was curious if part of the reason why he's staying with his wife is for the kids. But I'm like, oh no, all your kids are adults. They're like over 20. It's like there's nothing you need to worry about. Yeah. Well, if I was Will, I mean, he's got nothing to lose. Well, maybe I don't know how good of a lawyer his wife has.
Jesus.
I don't know how long they were together for. So I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. That's
But
Tiger Woods in that picture. Jesus fucking Christ, he's looking rough in whatever mugshot that fucking was. That looks like a young Tiger Woods playing Elon Musk. That's all. I don't know who it really is, but very similar facial structure.
that's a man who had a rough week. That's what that looks like.
It's from some sort of article about Ambien troubles.
Huh?
Yeah, so Ambien fucks you all up, when you take it for a lot of people.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. Yeah, my ex would be spaced out on that shit. She'd get up and start looking for fucking, I don't know, like some papers or something. She's like going through all these papers, and then like could not at all explain to me what the fuck she was looking for.
Oh yeah, I'm not
Because we were just
surprised.
fucking totally spaced out. Or dude, there was like this big like clothing rack in one of the rooms there at her grandparents' house, and she like literally thought that it was a bunch of people.
Nice.
Oh fuck.
Well, there's people that have like full on gone out driving and like fucking gotten up, cooked like a fucking turkey and eaten it. You know, like just all sorts of crazy weird shit on Ambien. Like to the
Yeah,
point where
yeah.
it's like if you have a sleep aid option, you know, like if you're trying to get a sleep aid or something, that's the last one you should pick. Pick any of the other fucking choices.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you know you drop some trazodone, you're gonna be out for the fucking night for 90% of the people out there. Like, but it's not gonna make you get delusional and fucking start wandering around in a fugue state where you're not fucking all there. You won't walk naked into your neighbor's house and piss in his fish tank, you know.
Right. Yeah, because I just take the over the counter shit because I'm know Ambien's gonna fuck me up, dude, and
Yeah.
it's gonna be habit forming or whatever. So yeah, I just take the normal shit, and I've definitely done some weird shit on it, but I fully remember everything too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's probably nothing that you would just never do. You know
Yeah,
what I
it was
mean?
shit like getting up, like I would have gone to sleep and then ended up waking up, and then I like drive to the store to get fucking cigarettes when I have like I'm not out of cigarettes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
And
exactly. But it's
it's
not
not
like
like I drove perfectly fine. I didn't, you know what I mean? Like because I can remember it wasn't like I'd be swerving or fucking passing back out, which you would think would happen.
you just woke up with the
Yeah,
need to go buy smokes.
yeah, yeah.
To be fair, that's a real strong driving need. Like when you really need
Right.
tobacco, you fucking need tobacco. Like goddamn.
Yeah, but I had cigarettes. That's what's fucking weird about it.
Oh no,
I mean,
I mean the sleep
I was
medication
close to
obviously is what's
out.
doing it. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not
I mean, I was
surprising
definitely
that that
close
would be
to being out.
something that when you're like in a weird medicated state that your brain would be like, all right, let's get smokes.
Yeah. Yeah, so any of the shit, I would have full memory of it. And again, I wasn't like I said, I was able to drive perfectly fine. I didn't really even swerve out of the lane or any of that kind of shit. So yeah, I would manage to be conscious the entire time, not dozing back off or anything, dude. Really
Yeah,
weird. But yeah,
yeah,
it
it
got to
sounds
the
pretty
point
nutty.
where I was literally like, "Hey, I'm taking the sleep meds tonight, hiding my keys somewhere."
You're like, if I hide my keys, sleep medication me won't get another Twinkie today. But you weren't like raping the neighbor's dog. You know, shit that you would never do sober.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Whereas like Ambien, it's shit you might never do sober. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, I was. Well, no, I'm not gonna say what I did. Never mind. Oh fuck, dude.
now of
Yeah, it
course we're
was.
all intensely curious.
Yeah, no, it was. Yeah, it's something I probably shouldn't say on air, dude. It's not horrible or anything, but
Oh,
it was something that she would never do. That I always was like, really, you don't do that, and not anal if that's what you're thinking.
well, if that's the case, then you win.
Yeah, it was nothing horrible, but I still don't want to say it on the
Fair enough.
fucking
Fair
record.
enough. I just don't have anything else to say. I can't think of.
Yeah, yeah.
A
If you
new
remember
topic.
after we were on there, I have no problem telling you guys. But for legal reasons. Oh fuck. I think I sold that pretty well, dude.
Absolutely.
How intrigued are you guys about what the fuck I'm talking about?
Mildly.
Yeah. All right, that works. Now
Sensoka says, was it
that I know
nasal?
it's not anal.
Sensoka wants to know
Now
if
that
it
I know
was
it's not
nasal.
anal. Fuck it.
Did she give you a nose job? Did she like fuck you with her nose? Was that it? That's Sensoka needs to know.
That's
Navel. Oh,
gross.
did she hear navel when I said anal?
No. Sensoka wants to know if it was nasal. Did
Oh,
she use her
nasal.
nose to
Okay.
fuck you? Like did she give you a nose job?
Yeah. No.
No.
No. I have never been penetrated other than the one proctologist exam. or the
man.
prostate exam. Sorry, that's the only time that.
Oh, where they jam the fucking finger up there? Yeah, I had to do that once for like a fucking some weird physical
Yeah.
for a sports team thing. Yeah, that was unfucking comfortable. The
Yeah, I was
doctor's
like,
like,
all
bend
right,
over.
well.
This'll you barely even feel it. Fuck you, you lying sack of shit. Oh man. Uh, yeah, I gotta say, I'm very interested to see how the Amber Heard trial falls out at the end. I'm not so interested that I want to watch much of it, if any of it, really, on a regular basis. And I definitely want to see this Elon Musk thing play out with Twitter because that's entertaining as hell.
Well, they keep trying to sabotage it as best they can. It's like nothing's happening.
He's finalized the deal. He's going to buy it. There's really nothing that can be changed at this point. Like Twitter is owned by Elon Musk. There's really not a whole lot that anybody can do or say about it.
I also know that a lot of people have been unshadow banned, which is a surprising thing to say.
Yeah, well, they're panicking, and because Elon Musk was talking about, when he goes in, he wants to get rid of bots, to deal with this algorithm nonsense, like get rid of the algorithm stuff, make it open source software so everybody can check it out. So so it's completely transparent for all the users can know 100% of how it works. And stop banning people for speech that isn't politically what the Twitter aficionados like. I mean, his whole thing was like, free speech is when people you don't like get to say things that you don't like. Like that's what it means, and that's all he wants to be able to allow. Like just everybody gets to have their say, and if you don't like it, you can mute, you can block. That's your prerogative, but Twitter's not going to step in and take them off the platform,
Right.
which is 100% reasonable. I think they're panicking and trying to cover their tracks and hide shit. So I think a lot of the shadow bans are going to go away. A lot of the bots are going to mysteriously go silent. So there's probably a lot of accounts that are just going to disappear into the ether that were totally legit, pretending to be like real people that were actually just bots, making it sound like a very small minority was a much larger group of people.
Well, a lot of people so a lot of conservatives have noticed that their their numbers of the people who follow them have gone up. Like some more prominent ones have noticed that they've just gained what was it, like 20,000 subscribers, even though there's no notification of it. They're just there. And
yeah, because they were lying about the numbers of people that were following people for a long time.
Because they were being shadow banned. And now that they're not, now that they're no longer shadow banned, you know the accurate numbers. And the same thing goes for the opposite has been going on for people of the more liberal minded stuff, because a lot of them have bots that following them, and a lot of the bots have been removed. So, the fake numbers are there. Part of the reason why that's also happening is because they're trying to cover their tracks. Like, no, we didn't stifle freedom of speech. We didn't remove your followers. We didn't mess with the algorithm or nothing like that. When they totally did.
We didn't lie about the contractual obligations we had to our customers.
Exactly.
Because not only is this a case where Twitter could get in a lot of trouble just through public, people being angry with them, I would be shocked to find that a lot of this isn't actually legally actionable. Because that terms of service is in fact a binding contract to a certain extent on the company as well as the person who's using the company's services. So if they're telling you like, oh, this is what we're going to do, and you're using it for your business, stuff like that and whatever, completely legally and within their terms of service, and they took away something that damaged your business, like that could potentially be a lawsuit. You know, I don't know that it would necessarily be successful, but if they got enough people together for the same thing, like say shadow banning, you know, that's potentially a massive, massive lawsuit that Twitter could end up having to pay a lot of money for. Now, I have a feeling that a lot of these people are just not even going to consider that because Elon Musk just bought the company and he's cleaning house. You know, and they don't want to go and kick the company now because it's in better hands. They don't want to fuck that up. But, you know, like that's not good news for Twitter. Like, and certainly not for the employees that work there because they were, you know, proactive in putting the company in a position where it could lose millions of dollars in a lawsuit. That's not inducive to keeping your job.
Speaking of employees, so like some of them on the inside who leak out like internal stuff that people have been saying at Twitter, because a few of them, well, actually all of them that were at a meeting talking about things, were talking about how that lawyer that was on the Joe Rogan podcast with Jack and Tim Pool, the Vidya or whatever her name was. Apparently, she was crying in that thing because apparently she's the one who made all the decisions. Like because they would use her as like legal thing. Like, okay, can we legally do this? Legally do that? She says yes, do that.
Oh,
And
she was the legal counsel who gave the okay for a lot of the fucked up shit.
For a lot of shadow ban, and so like she's crying and like, yeah, damn right you're crying. Well, one, you're probably gonna lose your job, and two, you may be facing legal repercussions.
She's definitely gonna lose her job. I'd be shocked if Elon Musk doesn't fire her. If she was literally legal counsel that okayed all of these incredibly illegal actions.
It's like why? Well, also like why would you keep her around? Because you have like it's Elon Musk. I'm sure he has a stellar legal team. I'm sure he doesn't need her at all.
Oh, he's probably got a good team of excellent attorneys that are top notch, no doubt. Yeah, that he's gonna want to put in there. Yeah, a lot of the upper management is probably gonna go like over the next couple of years. Like he probably won't get rid of everybody all at once, but you know he's gonna get rid of people that aren't willing to toe the line and run the company the way he wants it run.
That's right.
Because otherwise, how is he going to make it more valuable? How is he going to improve the stock price and make a profit off of his acquisition?
Exactly. He's going to have he's going to do what he can. So I foresee a lot of things at Twitter. So I'm quite interested. I'm kind of glad I got off Twitter for I guess it was just 2 months. I thought it was down for like 4. I don't know. Shows you how that happens. But yeah.
I haven't been on Twitter for like a few years now. I think a year or two, and it's really I much prefer not to be on Twitter. So I don't think I'm likely to try to get my account back, or if I do, I probably won't use it. But like, you know, like
and I voluntarily gave mine up, and didn't miss it at all, really.
Yeah, I strongly recommend as many people as possible just get off of social media altogether. Get off of fucking Facebook, Twitter, Gab, any of those. Just get off all the fucking services, man.
Yeah, if it's having any negative impact on your mood, just fucking stop. You'll be totally fine, I promise you.
Yep. Exactly. Exactamundo. Oh, my dried mushrooms are getting here tomorrow. Excellent.
Dried mushrooms?
Yeah, I ordered a couple of pounds of dried mushrooms. You really can't buy mushrooms in bulk for cheap unless they're dried because they just don't last that long. Yeah, and I wouldn't want to freeze them. It's not, I don't think it does anything particularly bad, but it just, freezing in general with vegetables, in my experience, results in a lot of mush and not very good vegetables when you unfreeze them.
Yeah.
How does dried, it affect on the other fungus? Hand,
since they're not actually vegetables?
Yeah, and they have a different cell wall material too. It's the chitin as opposed to the what is it?
The cell wall. I think it might just be the cell wall.
Cellulose, as opposed to cellulose that they have as
the cell wall's made up.
Cellulose in most vegetables and fruits. I believe it's cellulose, but so like it doesn't get pierced the same way. I don't know. I've never had frozen mushrooms that were frozen and unfrozen that I'm aware of, so I don't know. But
You don't
I'd
want to
rather
find
just buy
out.
the dried ones because I know that they work just fine. And then the only thing is, it makes them slightly more chewy, which I'm 100% into them being a little more like meaty and giving a little more chew to it. And I got wood ear and shiitake to throw in like soups and stews and whatever dishes I want. It should be very tasty. I'm looking forward to it.
I've never been a fan of mushroom food.
Oh, I fucking love mushrooms. I can just eat like a plate of mushrooms, like literally.
For me, it depends on the mushrooms and also on the meal. I mean, I'll tell you one thing I can't stand: fucking canned mushrooms.
I am not a fan, but I have used them when we had nothing else.
Well, yeah, okay. If there's nothing else, that makes sense.
And
But
it
if
was in
there's
a
an
sauce.
option,
It wasn't on their own. They were in like spaghetti sauce, so there's only like, a little bit of mushrooms in there. It's not all mushrooms that you're eating.
I can't even stand that. Canned mushrooms are just the grossest thing ever.
Yeah,
They
no, they're
they
not. They're
are.
not very good compared to regular fresh mushrooms.
Yeah, I'd rather take a fresh mushroom. I mean, don't get me wrong. If there's no options, obviously canned mushrooms they're better than nothing. But
Yep.
if I had a choice, I'd never use them.
You know what? They might be decent on a salad
Nope.
if you drained them and dried them really good.
Nope.
You don't like them.
Nope.
I might enjoy them. Like, so this is a case
You
of
give it a go. You give it a go.
different
You let me
opinions.
know.
Thank you.
Yeah. You give it a go. You let me know. But I ain't doing that. That is gross. Yuck. Nope.
I was making
yeah, I like mushrooms on a salad. I could see myself enjoying canned mushrooms on a salad. I'm pretty sure I would like it. I wouldn't,
You know what
making,
choose to do it. Like, I'm just saying, if like they're around and there was no other choice, sure, that might actually be not bad.
You know, mushroom I would love to try out, mostly because it's never going to happen. Would probably be a truffle.
Oh, like just eat the whole truffle?
Well, yeah, like I remember hearing how much I can't remember how much it was, but it was a lot just to try a sliver of a mushroom, of a truffle mushroom because they're very expensive.
I do know I've had truffles before. I was at a high end hotel for a dance convention once, and I spent like $120 on room service, and I got white truffle sauce raviolis with white truffle shavings on the top, and like a nice vanilla brownie, like vanilla ice cream scoop on top of a brownie for like $100 and some odd dollars, because fucking hotel prices. And the truffle sauce and the raviolis were fucking amazing. I mean, it really tasted fucking awesome. I don't think it tasted $120 awesome. And quite frankly, I could make without the truffles something that tastes that good, no problem. So I don't personally buy into the whole truffles are worth as much as they are thing. I think they're more of a novelty that wealthy people do.
Part of the
I
reason
don't
why
think they're that good.
Part of the reason why they charge what they charge is also because they're hard to get.
Yeah, it's the scarcity.
Yeah. Like I remember I saw like a little documentary about truffles and why they cost as much as they do. And it's like it's a fungus that literally goes on the root of trees. That's why you have to dig them up. And they used to use pigs, but pigs are because they can sniff them out. The problem with pigs is that they dig up the dirt and they'll eat the truffles. And it's like that's a lot. It's actually easier to use dogs because dogs you can train them to sniff them, and they won't eat the mushrooms.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah, because like a pig. Part of the problem with pigs is that they also get big, and so when you try to fight off a pig to get to the mushroom, it's hard to do because they're little tanks.
Well, and they're smart. Like, they know that if they eat the mushroom, you're not going to fucking do anything about it because they'll find the next one.
Exactly. So like, yeah. I remember like for this, they gave a bunch of people like this little sliver of a truffle to test it out, see what it's like. They often say it was a nutty flavor.
Yeah, it's about right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a savory, nutty, mushroomy flavor. I mean, it was part of a sauce, so like it's impossible to say exactly how it tasted on its own. For me, at least. But genuinely, like I've had better pasta without truffles in them. So, like, I mean, it was good. It was really tasty, but I'm sure you could find any number of other things that are just as good and not nearly as expensive. Though it would be cool to be able to eat a whole truffle, like just once and be like, oh yeah, I ate a whole truffle once.
And then they'll be like, "How much does that cost you?" And that's kind of the reason for it. It's like you're paying for the story.
Yeah, I
Like
guess that's what it is. Yeah, you're paying for that story.
it's the same reason why people buy art. It's like, why would you spend that money on that piece of junk? It's like, well, there's a story. Like this piece of art was made by someone who was like, I don't know, about to commit a crime. And almost did, like or something like
Yeah,
each
this was the
that's
painting, the great master thief, Jonathan Stanza fucking
like
made to
it,
plan out his crime, and here you can see the outline of the bank blueprints that is sort of hidden in this part of the painting.
like
Yeah.
I'll give you an example here. Like the you know that the Supreme logo. You guys remember that? You see
Nah.
it. So it's the word Supreme, and it's in a red box. Like it's right. It's in a red box that people put on T-shirts. And what that brand was, it was meant to be a criticism towards brands because they just sometimes you just pay them for the logo. And so what this company did, it said because it was meant to be a joke, and so they just said this is just this is we put our logo onto anything like and people are just going to buy it 'cause it's stupid. And they would charge like very cheap prices for the product because it was meant to be a joke, but people saw it as like and people were aware that it's meant to be a joke, and they even went as far as to put the word Supreme on a brick, and they would sell the bricks. And
Ha.
guess what? Because it was a joke, people thought it was funny, but they bought it. They became multimillionaires overnight, and even they're like, "What the fuck? Like this is meant to be a joke, but no one's supposed to take any of this seriously." But
You're
they
like,
did.
why in God's earth would you actually buy this, you fools?
Yeah, exactly. And that's their opinion. They were like, "We were just selling. It was meant to be a joke. We weren't supposed to be making tons of money off of this thing." Um, but it did, and to this day, if you look up the Supreme thing, they still sell bricks with Supreme, unless they stopped doing that. I don't know. They may have been disheartened by humanity at that point. It's like we were just
Yeah,
criticizing. We were telling a joke.
I
I
bet when that money started rolling in, they're like, "Yeah, fuck it, let's continue to make money with it."
and maybe they did. I don't know.
Yeah, see
And
how far the courage of their convictions took them.
and I had a similar idea of doing one with NFTs, but I'm like, I don't know, that's stupid. I won't do that. My thing is that I'll just get some dollar store canvas and then just do a quick little painting or something on it, and then auction it online for like I was thinking actual cash, saying it's pure NFT.
Oh.
Because they say that the novelty of the NFT is it's one of a kind and it's on the blockchain. It's like mine's so one of a kind. I never bothered to make more because I'm only able to make one, and
Yeah,
I'll
and
sell one. Yeah, or on paper. I'll draw
yeah,
it on a piece of paper.
yeah.
But then
I hate the whole fucking concept of NFTs, dude.
it's an absolute scam. Absolutely.
Yeah, like fucking pet rocks back in the day.
Hmm. And unfortunately, there's so many crypto scammers. Although I have a conspiracy theory on that. Um, I don't. Okay, I think crypto itself is a genuinely good idea, but there's so many scammers out there, and I don't actually think that there are so many scammers as there are just like bankers and all that who don't want people to come away from cash. A lot of this stuff is being purposely done to sound like scams because they're being paid to make these quote unquote scams. Like some of these stories and articles we're seeing, I don't think that they're real. I think they're fake,
Yeah,
put on
could
by
be.
bankers, just because like they don't want people to actually go to it. And I think it's working because there's so many different types of cryptocurrency out there. Like there is Dogecoin, which no one's even talking about that. But then
Oh,
there's like,
yeah, yeah. All those cryptocurrencies are definitely bullshit.
well, I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
currency, yeah.
like the Bitcoin and the Ethereum are probably the only two that are legitimate cryptocurrencies. The rest of them, as far as I'm concerned, are just there to defraud people. Like they were almost all there for like what do you call it? The pump and dump schemes.
Yes.
Yeah. And then there's also probably a substantial number of them that are made to launder money. So.
Yes. Yeah, I think some of them are. But I mean, there's so many different types of currency and coins, but I don't think they're gonna be relevant just because, like you said, like Bitcoin and Ethereum are the only ones that have any real value. No one cares about anything else. So
yeah.
Yeah, unless Elon Musk mentions them, and then they get a temporary spike.
Well, and
like
I don't even think
Dogecoin.
Well, okay, yeah, he did the Dogecoin, and in fact, because he like owns PayPal or something, like you can use your PayPal to manage your Dogecoin account if you wanted to, which I would never do. But also, like, no one's talking about Dogecoin. It was really popular for a time, and now it's just fallen off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
No one's talking about it.
I think he totally like mentioned it because he, bought some of it or whatever and wanted to make money off of it.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And I'm sure he didn't hold on to that shit. I'm
Oh
sure he
yeah,
cashed it in
all
as
these
he
rich
knew.
famous people that get involved with any crypto, the first thing they do is pimp it out as the next big thing and then sell it immediately.
Mhm.
So that they make a huge amount of
yeah.
money and all the people their fans are just left holding the bag and fucked. Like that was a big thing for YouTube stars to do for like a good couple of months, where like every fucking YouTube star was pimping their own fucking cryptocurrency bullshit.
Mhm.
And frankly, I think anybody
remember
that did that should be in prison right now.
Yeah,
if you
dude,
did that with stocks, you'd be in jail.
Yeah. Have I told you guys about the Ice Poseidon one? You guys familiar with that one?
Yeah. He even like laughed at his own fans. He was just like, "Oh, fuck them."
Yeah. He basically pulled out a vast majority of the fucking capital behind it. And yeah, he even did an interview with some dude later on, and he's like, "Well, you could put that money back in and not screw over all your fans." He's like, I could definitely do that, but I'm just gonna look out for myself and not do that.
Yeah.
I was like, God damn, you're a horrible human being.
Most of those big streamers and big YouTube
money,
celebrities now are just hot garbage, dude.
Dude, if I ran across, I would have a very hard time not beating the shit out of that dude if I ever came across him in public.
Well, isn't part of Ice Poseidon's thing going out and harassing people in public?
I don't know if his was.
I thought he was one of those streamers that walked around in public and like went and harassed random people in like bars and restaurants and like just in public.
Maybe, I don't know.
Because I've seen a few clips that people have forced me to watch from those people, and I'm like, yeah, I'd never deal with that person for more than a second. I just like remove myself from the situation. If they refused to leave me alone when I tried to remove myself from the situation, I'd call the police and report them for harassment. Because I'm a grown fucking adult, and I'm not going to tolerate this bullshit.
Right.
And I'm not going to go to prison because I beat the guy up. It's like, fuck it. All right, I'll just call the cops. This guy's harassing me. He won't leave me alone. Yeah, 100%. I'll press charges too.
Baked Alaska would basically deliberately antagonize people, and then when they're, if they're going to attack them, or even if they just step towards them, he busts out the fucking mace and maces them.
That's another one. Dude, if I didn't actually take a swing and homeboy maced me, he'd be in jail. Are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
I would absolutely press charges, and he would have given me the evidence. A lot of these people just don't know. I think they get paid off, or they're intimidated by the celebrity later after the fact when there's like forms to sign and they're talking about legal issues after the fact. I
there's
think
also
if you could keep your cool, you could really destroy one of these motherfuckers.
Yeah, there's also fairly good evidence that he's a Fed, that he's working with the fucking feds.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is, keep in mind, I work in mental health. I've been doing these sleep overnights for a long time, but before that, I worked day shift. I sincerely doubt any of these dudes are going to get in my under my skin and make me lose my cool.
Yeah,
I've dealt with far worse.
No, I would just fucking laugh at him. I'm like, you're a fucking idiot, and I'm going to walk away now.
Yeah, I'd just be like, goodbye, have a nice day, sir. I'm out of here.
Yeah, it really is fucking amazing how many people take the fucking bait.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's cameras and stuff all over there. If there weren't any cameras, sure, yeah. I mean, somebody acts like that towards you, beat the fuck out of them. But they have cameras and it's live on the internet. You'd never get away with it. It's a horrible plan. You got to control that temper on that case.
Yeah, yeah.
Because if you control your temper and they continue to harass you, you could potentially sue them for just like a regular lawsuit or call the police and file charges and see if you can't get them arrested and prosecuted for something,
Yeah. Yeah, and for me, between my eldest sister and the ex,
I'm sure you would have no problem.
Yeah, I've
Dealing with the
dealt with it
fucking
fucking
borderline
pretty much all my
personality
life.
shit.
Yeah, yeah. So it's again incredibly rare that anybody's going to get under my fucking skin.
God, yeah, I don't understand why anybody watches those either. Like, to me, that shit is boring and just dumb. It's like, I don't understand why people are entertained by this, but whatever. It's none of my business. I just stay away from it.
Yeah. Oh shit, dude. Do you guys know who Andy Dick is?
Yeah,
The actor.
Yeah,
okay,
that fucking freak of nature.
Yeah, okay. So Ice Poseidon has like this IP2 or Ice Poseidon 2, whatever. That's just fucking guys that take these RV trip, like the guy named Blade and like all these other fucking freaks. Okay.
Yeah.
So, anyways, Andy Dick is actually fucking traveling with them on the RVs now. That's kind of how far he's fallen, I guess. All right, but anyways, there was this dude, a young kid named One Sonic, or the name Sonic's in his name somewhere. All right, that dude was like fucking passed out in the RV, and Andy Dick, being the completely degenerate fucking bisexual that he is, was like fucking trying to whip that kid's cock out while he was passed out.
What?
Yeah, he was like the kid was passed out in the fucking again on the like towards the front of the RV.
When you say kid, do you mean like an actual child or just a young dude?
Oh yeah, no, he was of age. He was over 18.
Oh, okay. Yes, I just wanted to clarify because
Okay, yeah.
For a minute there, I was like, am I like hearing a pedophile story?
No, yeah.
That was
very
he's trying to fucking grab small children's dicks.
Yeah, very, very poor choice in words there. My apologies. But yeah, so he's probably around 1920, somewhere in that area. But yeah, completely passed out. And basically, like, he had his stream running because he's one of the ones that would still have his stream running when he sleeps or whatever, and pointed at him. And Andy Dick is basically like sees it, notices that that's running, and then kind of acts like he's all drunk and like passing out, and ends up turning the stream off before he starts doing this shit.
Oh, that's fucking gross.
Yeah. And then they finally fucking stop him, and they come in. They're like, "Hey, you can't do that. He's passed out." And he's like, "No, we do this all the time. We lay with each other, and I rub his belly, or whatever." He's fucking bullshitting him, obviously. But yeah, one of the chicks there was like, he was jerking him off. He had his cock out and was jerking him off. I don't know if that actually happened or if she was exaggerating because he didn't see it on the camera or anything.
See, here's the thing. Here's the part I'm torn on.
Here's the thing, dude.
Is that real or was that a whole setup that they all fucking planned out?
I don't think it was, dude. It could be.
I don't know. Like, I'm just saying, you never know.
I don't know why would Andy agree to doing something like that? It makes him look
Andy
so
Dick
fucking
is a
horrible.
horribly unintelligent, delusional fuck who's destroyed his own career on numerous occasions, thinking shit would be hilarious. Mostly because of drugs. You know what I mean?
But I honestly think he was.
No, it's probably not fake. I'm just saying, there's always the possibility.
Yeah, it's definitely a possibility. But the more likely thing is he's a complete fucking degenerate that's gotten away with all this shit. Even if his career is ruined, he's still gotten away with this type of shit, I'm sure. You know what I mean? And thinks he can. So yeah, and the dude, it was incredibly difficult for them to wake that dude up. Because even if you're passed out drunk, like, if anybody's being even remotely loud and shaking you and shit, you're going to wake up within a minute or two, usually. And it took him like 10 minutes to rouse him, to actually get him conscious. So there's a strong possibility that he
that sounds
roofied
more
him,
real
dude.
than fake. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think they're saying, and again, I think it's a real possibility that he fucking roofied him, dude, and wanted him fucking passed out.
Yeah,
You
I
know what I'm
wanted to
saying?
jerk him off and play with his dick and ride it or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. So it was really suspicious because, yeah, again, I've been fucking, pretty well passed out drunk, and again, didn't wake up right away, but it didn't, it doesn't generally take 10 fucking minutes, 10 to 15 minutes to rouse someone.
Damn.
So yeah, it's some sick shit. And yeah, and I was like, why are they not just kicking this motherfucker off, dude? And it's again because they think they'll make more money with him on there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's all right. You
That's the whole
sexually
reason he's
assaulted
there.
one of our fucking crew member, one of our group, but you're entertaining,
But,
and we're gonna get more
you
views
might
with the
bring in more
sexually
money
assaulting
still.
guy on the on the show. So
we're going to stop you from molesting him, but we're not going to kick you off.
yeah, why is the guy he tried to fucking rape still on there?
I haven't seen any of the follow up shit since then.
Damn, I kind of figured you wouldn't have any idea. I was hoping.
I watched the highlight. Well, I'm using the term highlights loosely, but I watched like the clip channel versions of them. I don't actually watch the streams.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm not sure what's happened since then. But yeah, it's some pretty weird, fucking crazy shit. I don't know. Again, I actually, say if I enjoy it. Yeah, I guess I have to admit, I do kind of enjoy watching the actual clips,
if you do, man. Fair enough.
Because there's this couple on there. I think the girl's name is Julie or whatever, and her boyfriend or whatever, her husband now, I guess, is named. Oh shit! It starts with a V. Vlad? No. God damn it. Well, anyways, dude. Again, the girl is fucking. She's fucking disgusting, dude. But apparently she does porn, but it's like fart porn and weird shit like that. Because she's
weird fetish shit.
Yeah, and she's the fucking like one of the worst human beings fucking anywhere, dude. So yeah, she's constantly fucking screaming and fucking with him, and like I said, watching the clips is kind of entertaining.
You're just like, dude. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say it's just like it's fucking crazy to watch because you're like, dude, why are you putting up with this crazy bitch? Like they had a kid together, and because she's such a fucking drugged out mess, the kid got taken from her within like a few days of fucking birth.
Oh well, yeah, not surprising.
Had other kids taken from her. Yeah, she's a complete fucking just disgusting human being. Dude.
See, I do believe in the occasional sterilization by force.
Yeah.
Like you were just a terrible person and should not be allowed to breed. Like no.
Yeah.
Sadly, it can't be done because the government would be in charge and they would be abused. But I think as a society, we should be able to say, like, that person over there is just not allowed to have children. We don't want them to make more of them.
Yeah.
We're not going to kill that person because we don't have a justification to do so. But we're going to make sure they're not making any more of them, so no one else in the future will ever have to deal with that shit.
So like a vigilante-style sterilization?
Yep, 100% down with that. In Minecraft, allegedly. No, there was a brief clip I saw of some sort of streamer house group. Like, I guess they all live in a big fucking house together. And, like, one chick seemed to be genuinely dismayed that another girl hadn't bitten her. Because the other girl bites people that she likes. And I was just like, this is fucking stupid.
Oh, God.
Like, that's so fucking stupid. Like, if I lived in a house and like, somebody was, like, biting me, I'd be pissed. If their answer was, I only bite people I like, I'd shatter their fucking jaw. Like,
what the fuck, dude? Like, I'm going to make sure you don't like me anymore.
And that would have been the same at, like, 20 years old. I would have just been like, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Crack.
Yeah,
don't fucking bite me again, bitch. Like, Jesus Christ. I just don't understand that shit. Yeah, whatever, dude. People love it.
It's a
They're
fucking,
getting good money for
yeah,
it.
it's
So.
a mystery to me why anybody gives a lot of these people fucking money and shit. Dude, it's like Worski, dude. I don't know if you've heard anything recently about Worski, dude, but
God, no, I
like
haven't
he's
thought about it
doing
until you just said his name.
yeah, well, dude, he's got some fucking, I don't know, fat fucking nerd partner now. And dude, they are like forcibly trying to force basically a couple of sayings. One of them's "Let's go," which is fucking retarded. Like that's the saying you're going with. Like I say, like fucking 4 or 5 times a minute. Like it's that bad. I think
Let's
the other term
go,
is
let's go, let's
felted.
go.
No, they're like $20. Let's go. $20 donation. Let's go. Okay, so it's really fucking forced and really fucking
Oh,
cringy.
gosh.
The other one is felted, which apparently is a phrase used like when you dealer or whoever in a casino, ends up busting, somebody, taking all their money because all
Oh,
they have left is the felt in front of them. I guess that's where
nice.
the saying's
Okay.
from. But they shoehorn it in constantly, dude. It's so fucking duh. Dude, it's so embarrassing. But people are
It
giving
would
money. I'm
it
like,
would
why are
almost
you
be
giving these
funny.
retards money? This is not entertaining. It's fucking retarded.
It could be entertaining. It could be entertaining if they say "Let's go" every time you make a donation. If you donated so much that eventually the words "Let's go" lost all meaning to them, like they just started hating it,
Well, they're not. If you're giving them money, they're not going to have any problem saying
No,
it.
I'm saying
You know what I mean?
you'd have to have like a few million, like to the point where they had to say it like every 10 seconds for the entire stream.
Yeah,
Where it just got to the
I don't
point where
know.
they're like,
Somebody like Worski would gladly say that for the fucking,
"No,
as long as the
probably."
money is going in. I
I'm
don't
pretty
think he'd
sure
ever
at a
get
certain
tired.
point,
He
even he
might
would
get
just
tired
be
of saying
like,
it, but he wouldn't stop saying it. He would keep doing it to
"No,
get the money.
that's what I'm saying. I think he keeps saying it, but eventually it just starts a fucking like he wouldn't like it would just like he'd lose enthusiasm and be like, let's go." Like,
Yeah, I'm gonna have to, dude. I'll find the clip because I know there's people that have clipped it because that's the
oh
one I
no, thank
watched,
you.
dude.
I'm not gonna watch
It's
Andy
so,
Worski. I'm sorry.
dude.
I
It's a clip
appreciate
channel.
that you want to share, but I don't want to watch him. I just don't fucking care anymore about Worski and
Oh god, but it's
all
so
those
fucking,
fucking
dude.
crazy people.
Yeah, I feel like I'm not giving it justice on how horrible it is, and you have to experience it. You have to share my pain, dude. Come on. Oh
Oh,
fuck.
you know what? It is
But
about
yeah,
time
it's
to call it a
so.
day, though.
I'm still salty he never paid me.
Oh,
Fucking
was he
hell.
supposed to pay you for shit?
Yeah, I did 3 T-shirt designs for him. Never got paid for it. Yeah.
Well, if I ever
then,
ask you to do anything
sounds like
for
Worski.
fucking money, I will absolutely pay you. So definitely.
And the thing is, like, okay, like the one time I did finally, because I was on some other stream, and I think it was a failure stream, and then he came on there. Because I was just on there chatting up with failure, and then Andy was getting talked about, and I said, "Yeah, I'm still upset at that guy." He's like, "Oh, why? What's your beef?" Well, the guy didn't pay me. And then they harassed Andy to come on the stream, and he did. And I said, "Yeah, hey man, I did 3 T-shirts." His excuse was that his Asian cohorts never sent him the designs, and maybe I'm like, okay, but I mean, like, so like, what was all this for nothing? It's like I don't
Yeah, what the
know.
fuck? Yeah.
So
So now that you know you haven't paid me, how about you fucking pay me?
he told me he told me to DM him, and I did. And he never got back to me.
Yeah, DM me because it
That sounds
sounds like it's
Worski.
good on the stream, but he can just refuse to do anything about it. Then
And then after that, I was like, I was kind of done because that's when he started doing all the weird shit, like burning his nipples and stuff like that. Like, okay, maybe I don't want to be associated with this guy. I'd rather not have my name associated with him at all.
Yeah, fuck that. I'd be out. You starting to burn your nipples and shit. I'm done.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done.
Did you ever see any of the T-shirt designs like in a store or whatever?
Nope. I mean, like,
not that makes it right or not, but yeah.
It may very well be true that that his Asian friend there, didn't give him the designs.
Never give him the design.
Yeah, I don't know.
Whatever happened to the Asian dude? Because that guy was actually interesting. Like,
Yeah, I seriously doubt that dude. Again, obviously, I don't know either of them all that well, but if I had to guess, I would have to go with Andy being full of shit.
I mean, it could be.
Yeah, well, no, I think he has a channel. I don't know if he does anything anymore because his name is like Chris Mang, Mang. Turns out it's not actually Worski.
Yeah. Also, Matt
Yeah,
Mailman's asking where the legs are. It's like, dude, I'm never gonna do them. I'm never gonna do them.
What legs? What legs are you speaking of?
That's a good question. I have no idea. Good to see you, Matt Mailman.
No, it looks like he's got 47 subscribers. Chris Mang, M-A-N-G.
Yeah, that's not. He had another channel, dude. That's not the same. Because I was subscribed to him for a while. There's got to be another one, or maybe it got taken down, or he took it down. Yeah, he might just be done with fucking internet shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he might have just moved on and like working a regular job. But this guy, whoever the Chris Mang I found was, he just uploaded like 3 weeks ago, so he's still doing stuff. It's getting like 5 views or 11 views. His pictures on it. Check you can see it. I don't know if that looks like him or not. Oh, but either way, we do gotta call it a night though. Gotta end it up here. Oh, Mad Metal Man, what's up?
There's five Chris Mang channels, and none of them look like they're him. And 47 is the most subscribers any of them have. Okay, well, anyways, we're well past the time.
Yep. And I got stuff coming to me from food, so I gotta roll. Peace out, everybody that joined us. Thank you.
Yeah, and bye-bye.